Right, let me just see if I can get this thing back up and running again. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. My internet is being, hammered. The stream, we just lost the live stream, so we're gonna see if we can get it back running again. Big up yourself. Um, Today we want to look a little bit back at what took place in the campaign as to why the Jamaican Reggae Boys weren't able to get things over the line. What really took place? We heard a lot of things came out of the camp, things that we weren't really quite aware of. We're hearing things of Coach Steve McClaren wasn't able to listen to advice that he got. Some people spoke to Coach McClaren about potentially getting the squad better. He was quite confident with the players he had, and a lot of people aren't saying much. I understand that Rudolph Speid didn't want to basically throw him under the bus, but speaking to a couple people around the team, it seems as if Coach McClaren thought he could have got it done with the players he had, while others were urging him to get in some new players to bolster the team. But he basically thought that, hey, listen, this is my team. I'm able to pull it off, whether or not I have the players that you guys think I should have. But it ended up costing Jamaica. I think the first two games that Jamaica played, a lot of fans as well got carried away. They thought this is gonna be a walk in the park. Even with Oral Tracy them saying it's soup. I mean, I tell people, say it's not soup, it's hog feeding. A hog feeding my cook and no soup. Because when me look upon that, that wasn't soup, that was hog feeding. When me looking at the pot, no cow skin no in there, no maggi no in there, no salt no in there, nothing in the pot. I mean, I say, wait, a hog feeding this the man a cook. A lot of people say, JT, believe no man, believe in the team. I'm like, bro, we've seen this before. The only difference is it happened under Theodore Whitmore. So a lot of people didn't thought the same thing could have happened under this head coach. But it turned out where McClaren said, all right, let me save face. Let me go live so early. Yeah, because drill boss, as me say, me live in a temporary location right now. As me say, waiting on my property to get sorted out. So I'm in a temporary location. You hear noise and all these things. So it's a bit different. So I'm going early right now because me and my daughter share basically the same location, and I don't want to wait too late to stream. Where I'm making up a bag of noise and all these things. And now she are coming now with fear noise. It's like, bro, yeah, it's a different settings right now. So me say, let me just get off a stream.
Actually making fires out of
Where about my I'm streaming though? Jesus Christ, dog. Maya, you closed back the door properly? Please. Yeah, guys, this is what it's gonna be for a little while. It's just temporary. Yeah, bro, when me see it, a hog feed, me see them a cook. Me see them a cook hog feed and drill boss and I tell we see a soup. Me see the man them a cook one pack of hog feed. You know, a country me come from, right? So people, you know, when you sell yam and them thing there, when you sell yam and them thing there, right? You basically them peel off the yam and some skin left and people take go boil hog feeding. And that Missy McClaren a put in a pot in a brother. Hog feeding, Missy McClaren with a bucket. A man's man them, everybody, Simon them a pick up you know, yam pairings to go make hog food and say we are go a World Cup. Me I say, yo, we don't put some soup in a pot. We don't put like a new glean, I think. Like a scallion, no thyme, no salt, nothing in a pot, brother. And when I say seasoning, I mean better players. That's what I mean. Seasoning, better player. Remember, so the whole time we hear say, the coach just never want Jamaica to go to the World Cup. No, actually, bro, the coach thought him could have jump wall with Jamaica and go a World Cup. And that him think, you know, when McClaren, why you think when Coach McClaren came to Jamaica, Coach McClaren kept saying, guys, you know, I'm just only focused on the World Cup. I'm only focusing on the World Cup. The guy didn't want to win anything else because he didn't want to build a proper team. He just looked at the group and said, listen, this is an easy World Cup group. Let me get Jamaica to the World Cup and I get back my coaching career on the map. That's what he thought. He thought he could have jump fence and go a World Cup. And I saw that. When I can't go hog feeding the man cook, brother. Me oral chasing them. I say soup. Me and the fans them a calling pan the show. I say JT soup. And me I say no, a hog feeding. Hog feeding man a cook. I say hog feeding. And I'm even hearing rumors now, guys. I'm giving you this as an exclusive. I heard this from inside the camp. When Jamaica went to Curacao, apparently Coach Steve McClaren said to Andre Blake that your game is not guaranteed. Everybody has to work for their game. Me say Andre Blake got upset. That's why Andre Blake let in the first goal against Curacao. You remember the whole way I wonder how the ball they fly past Andre Blake so easy? How the ball they fly past Andre Blake so easy? I'm hearing that Andre Blake and Coach McClaren kicked off before the game. And Andre Blake let in the first goal. People, me not telling you no lie. This is what I heard, bro. I heard that Andre Blake never happy with what McClaren has said to him. And Andre Blake just let in the first goal in a game. And that me I hear say go on, bro. So a whole heap of nonsense go on. Me I said they request for players to come in. Certain players didn't want those players to come in the team. Coach McClaren said he didn't want Ravel Marcy in the team. Outright, he didn't want Ravel Marcy, even though he didn't have a midfielder. Mr. The coach obsessed with Whisper them. He loved Whisper as a player, and people in the team said that Whisper is a good player, but Whisper is an academy player. You see me I say? And these are the things that was going on in the camp, bro. And we sit here and think that all was well. But guess what? Because Jamaica was winning, we thought that everything was okay. No, I heard that Rudolph Speid stepped in, right? Rudolph Speid stepped in and I said, McClaren, try to get these players or get this player and this player in. McClaren felt that he had enough. And that's why you hear Rudolph Speid keep saying, I was there to assist, not insist. That's why you know listen to the code word, when you hear Mr. Speed say that, that's what Mr. Speed was talking about. I heard that Speed because we were sitting on YouTube and saying, why is Speed letting this man doing this? I heard that McClaren got to a point where, okay, people, yo, me give you a next big exclusive right now. Me give you a next big exclusive. Big, bro, everything what me telling you right now, so when you see me get amped up like this, I'm telling you, facts. Facts, me telling you right now. The goalkeeper coach, right? The goalkeeper coach, I'm going to tell you this right now, people. They said when the goalkeeper coach left, because he was the only person Coach McClaren listened to, was the goalkeeper guy from Manchester United. He went to Turkey and he goalkeeper coach. McClaren insists that the goalkeeper coach come back in and they got rid of the other assistant. And you see how the team change back, how we start play. When the goalkeeper coach come in, them say when the goalkeeper coach come back, McClaren stop listening to everybody. They said that's the only person McClaren listened to, goalkeeper coach. That's the only person McClaren took advice from was the goalkeeper coach. And that caused a problem. Because people were, brother, you remember when we did sit down here, we say, yo, the assistant they were coach England U21, when him come in, the team did look different. The team did look like we start press a little bit better, like we start play a little bit different. Apparently, brother, McClaren was sticking up the JFF to bring back him friend we get fired at Turkey. And when he came back, McClaren stopped listening to everybody again. Every trip that McClaren come on, he want to bring a new coach from England. Till they start asking him, who's going to pay for all these coaches? How much coach you need? We need players. So people, I know it's easy to beat Rudolph Speid. It's easy to beat the players. But bro, Coach Steve McClaren sabotage Jamaica World Cup campaign, brother. Coach Steve McClaren, I'm hearing from genuine sources that Coach Steve McClaren sabotage the team. Sabotage the team. Him turn the team in a friend and company. He only wanted to listen to the goalkeeper coach from England. How can you only want to listen to a goalkeeper coach? I heard that the man boxed out everybody else, not listening to nobody. And this is what happened with our campaign. And you saw what he did? As quickly as possible, McClaren said, listen, let me get myself out, car. We not qualify, but I did not qualify Jamaica. Yeah, bro, that's what Coach McClaren do. The goalkeeper coach. Them say that's the only man McClaren listened to, brother. And when that brother left, the assistant that he brought in was effective. The team looked good. The team looked like we are going to improve. That man wanted good players in the team as well. McClaren friend get fired. McClaren start tell the JFF they have to bring him back. The JFF is saying, why should we bring him back? You see me, I say he's an assistant. He's a goalkeeper assistant. You have all these assistants already. McClaren just stop listening. Coach McClaren stop listening. And bro, it was all in front of us, but we didn't see what was going on, brother. We didn't see what was going on. And everybody has to take responsibility. The JFF has to take responsibility. Rudolph Speid has to take responsibility. For what the campaign, where the campaign ended up. But this is where we are now. Look at the group. So that's why him get into it with Blake, because them probably ask Blake, bro, that's all these things we never know, AJ. We never know say them thing are going. We never know say McClaren was basically saying he's only listening to one person, which is his goalkeeper assistant. That's madness. That's madness, brother. And this is why I'm hearing so that the president, as soon as we draw the game at the National Stadium, the president was okay to let him go. The president didn't even guess whether or not we're going to go forward with him. Because he stopped listening. He stopped listening. He started to lie about Mason Greenwood. He stopped contacting players in England. I'm hearing that he wasn't even the one who got Rico Henry. They said it's like he doesn't want to bring in anybody else. Because I told you guys, McClaren wanted to jump fence and go a World Cup with Hal Grims's team. That's what he saw, you know. He saw that Hal Grimson built a decent team. So him say, yo, the group are easy. Porridge, soup, World Cup. He doesn't understand that CONCACAF doesn't work like that, mate. Doesn't understand that CONCACAF doesn't work like that. Maybe we can get, let me see if we can get T-Got on. So that's what happens, people. The campaign now, when you look at the group, some of the fans even get deflated when them say we have got to play Portugal, Uzbekistan and Colombia. I still want to go to the World Cup. I don't care who we're going to play. I just would still love for Jamaica to go to the World Cup. I rather we go to the World Cup and play them team there and lose and get the experience and get some more money pumped into the football. No man, since Rene, bro, stop believing here said them blame every since. No, bro, I got this from good source, brother. I got this. I'm blaming everybody, but we have to give the coach. We have to give the coach some. So grimy. What the coach don't get no blame? What you saying? You not blame McClaren none at all. So we are going to just blame him Speid for the World Cup? McClaren not get no blame? I can't that you tell me say McClaren don't get no blame for the World Cup. Because I don't hear nobody I say McClaren was garbage. He was garbage, bro. He was garbage. Rene Simoes, me say Rene Simoes him want come back come coach. Rene Simoes him going to them bed, brother. Early late. T-Got, big up yourself. Welcome to the show, my boss. I'm hearing a lot of things went wrong in the World Cup campaigns. McClaren stop listening to everybody. Basically. T-Got you there?
No, I'm here. Give me a second.
Yeah, let me turn this. Let me turn this down.
Move.
Hold on, people. Let me make some adjustments here.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, man, I can hear you now.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Yeah, so T-Got, I'm hearing. No, yeah. I'm hearing that McClaren stopped listening to everybody, bro, in the World Cup campaign, and just started to do his thing. He wanted to bring back the goalkeeper coach after he got fired, and the JFF didn't want to bring him back, and that's the only person McClaren was listening to.
Okay. So is there a report going to come out to say all these things? Because we can't go off an allegation, We need a report, you understand, comprehensive report and see what happened, what went wrong, you understand, during this the last phase of the
Well,
qualifying.
I did some behind the scene high level interviews that I won't publicly publish the interviews, but I got some key information from some top level people in the JFF who these are some of their statements.
But what I think the JFF should have done, you understand? I think the JFF should issue a report or somebody come and say, hey, this what happened. We're gonna get the automatically qualify. We're looking to amend all of these stuff going forward and try to get it right with these games coming up in March. You understand? So I think some that diagnosis should go on. You understand? Something for happen. You understand? Let the fans know what really happened. You understand what really happened leading up from the because there was a problem coming from the Curacao game, from the Curacao game to the Trinidad game to the back to the Curacao game. You understand? From we lost 2-0 to the Curacao.
It took the life out of the campaign.
Right, and then we beat Bermuda. You understand? Then we go back at Trinidad to draw the match, and then we come back and draw next match. What happened? What happened then? You understand? What happened from the Curacao game? You understand? You understand? Why we go into Trinidad game looking for why the
For a
coach
draw.
say we're
That was
for a
something
draw?
that I asked
Exactly.
about. No, but guess what? The JFF
Exactly.
didn't. They said that them and Coach McClaren talked before the game, and the whole plan was to go there for the win, and then McClaren put out a different team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Somebody need to come out and tell us what's happening. Well, if we can get a win, knowing that if we get a win
We just need to draw at
in
home.
Trinidad, what if they draw at home? You
So we
understand?
made,
Like,
and that was
we
the
must-
game to risk
even-
it all in.
Exactly. Even if we lost, in
So
Trinidad,
Tiga,
say
let
we
me
went
give
to
you some
Trinidad too.
information as well. They said the game McClaren was supposed to start Dexter. McClaren, they found out that the agent of Mesa Holgate is McClaren's friend, and it looked like they planned up to get him some playing time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. The agent of Mesa Holgate is Steve McClaren's friend. And everybody was shocked when they saw Mesa Holgate on the team. These are people from the administration.
That's why I said somebody needs to come out and
But
tell
they're
the
not going to
people
throw him under the
what
bus
to
like that.
do. Yeah, boy. So if this campaign fail, JT, if this campaign fail, are we going to just sweep this campaign under the rug and then look forward to 2030 and stuff like that, and then we're not going to know what to do? You understand? Because there's nothing to say that okay, they went the wrong way, they take the wrong turn. You understand? They make the wrong step. Let's not make the wrong step again. You understand? There's nothing to do. There's nothing there to see to say, yo, this happened, so we're not gonna do this, so we are gonna move forward by doing this. Somebody needs to come and do some explanation. You understand? Somebody need to say something. You understand? Nobody not throw nobody under the bus.
Yeah,
but
they said
somebody
they
need to say
asked him
something.
to start. People even asked him that why isn't Tyrese Campbell starting, and he had a good game against Curacao the first game.
Right.
It looked like he had to do
Right.
some work, he got.
Yeah, man, I'm on the job, but me just step out a while ago. Just to answer the question. Yeah, exactly. Campbell had a good game. Yeah, Campbell had a good game. Why Campbell not play? You understand? Then you have Burrell. When you look at Burrell was sitting on the bench for almost all of the campaign. The only time Burrell see the field was at the Unity Cup. Then Burrell come on in the Trinidad game. You understand? And then when you come back to Jamaica, we don't see Burrell again. You understand? There's so many unanswered questions. Do you understand what was going into the coach mind for these games? What the coach was? You understand? You can't do everything. You can't put 5 at the back. You can't do anything just to get a draw. You understand? You're going out there just to get a goal, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. I know we now want to look at deeper position that we're supposed to be. The World Cup qualification, a draw, you see, all these side, 80 getting called up, Curacao getting called up, Panama getting called up. Are you wondering, what the hell?
Jamaica.
You understand what
People,
they
remember
do?
to hit the like button on the show, people. Remember to hit the like button on the show. Cause the stream kind of get messed up, people, because when we start the first stream, the internet just crash. And so all the people who came to that stream, they then left, and then probably don't even know I'm live again. So everything can...
Let me drive back in that.
Yeah, man. Drive back and come. Yeah, some of the things that's taking place, where that a lot of things went wrong, because I wanted to find out why did the campaign become just so chaotic at the end. As the man them check in, hit up the like button. Remember, drop a we need to give a moderator to Drill Boss. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So guys, we have an uphill battle now. We have an uphill battle right now. It's a lot of people are deflated as well when they see that Jamaica will have to play. Jamaica will have to play. We have to play Portugal. Jamaica will have to play Portugal if we get to the World Cup. if we get to the World Cup. It can happen. We're gonna see how DR Congo look. They're gonna have about 3 games to play. DR Congo before the World Cup. I think that's where the analysis will take place. Trinidad game didn't damage our campaign. Underestimating Curacao. Big up yourself, ball a kick. In the first game was our mistake. And I have to hear Steve's side of the story because all this information coming out now is one-sided. I don't even want to hear anything from Steve McClaren. To be honest to you, bro, I don't want to hear nothing from Steve McClaren. I'm going off anything that the JFF told me took place with Steve McClaren. I'm going with that. Just because I saw how terrible Steve McClaren was at the end. He was delusional. They kept asking Steve McClaren to bring in new players. Him say he's okay with the team that he has. We go down to Trinidad with no midfield. How can you go down? And guys, that was the same thing when I say, how we gonna go down to Trinidad with no midfield? How we gonna break down Trinidad? And when we come back to the National Stadium, how are we at the National Stadium gonna break down a Curacao team? How are we gonna break down a Curacao team that just beat us? How do they plan to fix this? I think the only way to fix this, brother, is to basically qualify for the World Cup. That's big up yourself, Eddie Gouda. That's the only way this can be fixed. Is qualify for the World Cup. I don't see any other way to fix this. I don't see any other way to fix this. We have Miguel Coley on board now. Rudolph Speid as the head coach. Heard that 3 past players supposed to come in. But the whole thing now is a big mess. The whole thing now is a big mess, brother. It's a big mess. And this is where we are. And that's why I say, when me see, big up yourself, Chelsea boss, when me see how the World Cup campaign was going, yeah, me I tell the people, I say, guys, me not think we are going to go a World Cup or me see this thing a working, me not like how the thing a function. This don't look like a World Cup functioning situation. I just didn't like, because, bro, you see, after we win the first little cup soup game them, everybody thought that we were over the line. And I disagreed. I said, even when we came back and beat Bermuda at home, I said, guys, this is bad. You see how we look against Bermuda? I said, people, this is bad. If we play like that against Bermuda, I said, people, this looks bad. This looks very bad. So, oh, guys, this is where we are now. This is where we are now. When you look at the World Cup draw, big up yourself, John Marcus, the World Cup draw happening in Jamaica. Jamaica not in the World Cup draw. Haiti them already sitting in the World Cup. Donald Trump up there make a fool of himself. You remember you call as soon as the last squad drop. I remember you call, yeah. Yeah, man, as soon as I saw the last squad, I said, we're not going to World Cup, bro. When I saw the last squad, JT, remember you hear slide tech, you hear JT say a soup. JT was one of the only people on YouTube where I say a hog feed we a cook, brother. No seasoning in that soup, no cow skin no in the no maggi no in there, no scallion, no thyme no in the pot. Me did I say that? So me no know all people. I wasn't saying no soup, brother. I didn't say no soup. I didn't see any soup. When everybody has said soup, remember the night when we are going to Curacao, jobless, come on, pan stream and I say soup, JT soup, and I say, yo, you see soup? I hog feeding, brother. I hog food with a cook, bro. I don't know soup, brother. No soup never cook, bro. I know so soup cook. The man them spoil the pot of soup. The soup, the water long. Water long in that soup, bro. No butter in that soup. No pumpkin never in that soup. People them listen to Oral Tracy in a car. I drink up white rum and I sweat and I tell people say a soup. Jamaica go World Cup. White man can't make listen exactly Eddie Guna. Big up yourself, Rodney Simi. Thanks for the super chat, my boss. How white man fi come to Jamaica come make soup? Give Jamaican. And that at me, you know. The man them have McClaren come from England. Come to Jamaica fi come make manish water. McClaren can't make manish water, brother. The man never know what fi going at. The soup now no tripe. No tripe, no night. The soup they don't want some tripe. I say, the man not even, you know when dancer keep and you put the sit there on the pot so the pot no burn up. You know when you put the your scraper or some yam and them thing there and put it on the pot and layer the pot so the pot no burn up. Brother, McClaren put on them pot there. You know what kind of pot McClaren use cook the soup? It's a kettle. The man have a cookie soup, you know, brother. McClaren try use a kettle cook the soup, brother. The man use a kettle cook the soup. And one of them big pot there where people use a dead yard. And one of them big spoon there where you have to go so with 2 hands and 20 pot. Brother, McClaren have 1 teaspoon of cookie soup and a taste so. Hungry thing McClaren put in a soup of salt and pepper, brother. You can't eat them the soup there, man. Them soup they run your belly, brother. Them the soup they run your belly, brother. Hog feed me man come to Jamaica come cook. Pot water, McClaren come cook give people them, bro. Brother, me have to take serious make joke. the man, brother, me say McClaren instead of the man go buy some Maggie soup and them thing, the McClaren put bag feed me in the soup, bro. Bag feed me, man, put my soup. Yo, McClaren put bag feed in the soup, bro. I think honestly that if Mr. Speid do the right thing, we can do it. Me nah lie, bro. It's gonna be tough, bro. The McClaren, cause they saying gone back like England with the kettle, bro. Cause we don't even know if the man did a cook. Cause you know say them big soup pot they have to cook it on some wood fire. Some wood fire, brother. Me say a coal McClaren and cook the soup on. One of them coal stove. You know when you use the car rim and you put some coal in it. They say a coal stove McClaren I use cookie soup, bro. Coal stove the man I use. You know, so when you cook them big soup pot, they are pimento wood you have to use. Because pimento wood from that light, it a burn for you 3 weeks straight. Brother, the man come to Jamaica cook bag feeding, brother. The man put say McClaren put bag feeding. Me say man bust all 2 Pepsi and put in a pot, dog. Man put all 2 bag juice in a pot, brother. Bro, it's deflating, brother. The World Cup campaign was so easy. You know, you see, them no coal stove basis, then no coal stove cook. No, sir. Brother, coal stove cook soup slow. Keyboard. Coal stove cook soups slow, brother. You have to use some pimento wood. You have to chop down some pimento wood. We are bun long. Okay, you know, say the soup of it is an early stage when you cook soup, you know. Pimento wood, them have to burn up your pot, you know. And then you start jolt the wood now when the soup start, you know, simmer down and start juggle down. And you just shift the cover of the pot. Make some of the steam lift out. Brother, me say instead of the man use a ripe banana, the man even use green banana or some fit banana in a pot. A ripe banana, them say McClaren put in a pot, bro. Ripe banana, the man use cookie pot. No caramel dumpling, nothing. No in there. Me say man put all oats in a pot. One, bro. Hog feed, me just say hog feed the man cook, man. The man come to Jamaica. The man come to Jamaica cook hog feed and give people them. And I try share out in a stadium, give 40,000 people. Yo, bro, McClaren come in a stadium and try share out one Kekla hog feed give 40,000 people. Yo, dog, me have to laugh, brother. Me have to laugh, dog. Me have to laugh, bro. The man no soak. The man even wash him meat. The man even wash him meat, dog. The man no wash him meat. Alright, brother. Keyboard. There's a hog feeding. A hog feeding, man a cook, man. Yo, me say everything McClaren catch. McClaren just looking at the fridge. Anything man see in the fridge, man throw in the pot, brother. Man put all the egg in the pot. Me never know say I can use all the egg cook soup, bro. McClaren cook Chelsea boss. The man cook one pot of hog feed. People today. Me don't want to take that show as serious, but if me not laugh, me go mad out. So maybe just laugh, dog. Maybe just laugh. You see, all the night when remember when Presser come on pani stream and Presser say, yo, we are going to World Cup, man. JT me go order some food and anything. The tonight me say Presser, no order no curry goat, cause it go run your belly. No, I don't know, curry goat, it go run your belly tonight. Jesus Christ. The man, yo, McClaren, I cook like a wedding man, I cook for that. Brother, you did need a man who can cook some manish water, dog. We go to like butcher shop for Thursday. Fresh kill. You see me I say? Some thinking ram goat meat a in a pot, brother. Nothing like that in a pot, bro. McClaren put a junker in a pot, dog. Yo, the man, yo, I wrote him there. The man, Sylvester, me say McClaren put a hand back like junker in a pot, dog. Yeah, man. I'll junker me man put in a pot, squash everything in a pot. The man bust out 2 bag juice, fling 2 sky juice in a pot, brother. Yo, it come like, cause McClaren did trick me, na dog. Come like that McClaren did I say when he must say seal it up. Yo, come like when McClaren did I say seal up the pot. McClaren I say, yo, it's a time bomb me a cooking, man. It's a seal of a pot cover there. If this bus have people dead. yo, like that McClaren did I say, man, seal it up, car. If that pot cover your bus have people dead at Jamaica, dog. Yeah, man. Me say people come out all the stadium with their new iPhone, brother. Ready if you take photo and pictures of them go World Cup. yo, dog, me not lie, bro. Me have to take serious thing, make joke, brother. Coach Steve McClaren, man left the whole country with diarrhea. Joe Grant, we have to give McClaren credit, brother. McClaren was able to give 2.8 million people running belly. yo, McClaren is a legend, dog. The man left for England go cook up soup at Jamaica where give 2.8 million people running belly, brother. So yeah, man, the team never could, bro. Me I eat rice and peas and chicken now. Yeah, man, me give Presser a call, man. Presser, me did warn you in the night, dog. Me did warn you, brother. Presser, me did warn you. Me never see it. You see the Bermuda game? The Bermuda game, me see say soup pot, they look shaky, my brother. Yeah, man. When me see we playing a stadium against Bermuda, bro. Me I say, wait, man, putting at the pot, there, man. The pot just a prop. Against Jamaica. The pot just a prop. Yeah, man. You know, say soup pot for your bubble, you know, bro. Soup pot for your bubble properly, you know. Presser. Man, you have
Yo,
to go start with your pampas after that. Go the way, you know.
your next game, no, me not eat no food. The next game, I have to go up on fasting. That's me 40 days and 40 nights if them have go make it go World Cup. So man, chop, me all dead due to hunger. You see me?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, we
man,
have to go up
straight
on
tea bag.
fasting, brother.
Yeah, man, no soap, tea. Yeah, man.
fresh. Some mint tea we have to go drink that.
Watch them tea. I have to drink ginger tea, every
Cersei.
type of tea. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Cersei,
We need
fever
Cersei, man.
grass. Yeah, God, the tea make you
Jesus.
fever, you brother. So I tell you, boy, you know what I say? Since the World Cup draw gone and the schedule them come out, you see me? I think the reality start hit me more because you start to say, yeah, this thing kind of official now. You see me? I say,
Yeah, World Cup for real now, and we not did it.
yeah, like you say, yo, all right, this a team I go play in LA, this a team I go play in New Jersey, this are the date. But I always say, like, bro, I don't think it's sinking until, God forbid, we don't make it. You see me? Make us say Congo beat we. And then it officially done what we can't make it again. Then I think at this so.
I just say it
Most
go
people
kick
go
in,
feel
brother. It go kick
Yeah.
in. Because me still believe we have a chance, you know. Big up yourself, Travis Spencer, you know. We have a chance. Me go watch Congo very keenly in the African Cup. You see me? Me go watch them very keenly, see if them are bringing new players. But it's gonna be a tall hill to climb. I love the direction that Rudolph Speid is planning to go with the team. It's gonna be tough though, Presser. It's gonna be
Yeah, man,
tough.
it'll be tough because, you know, with Afghan, you know, the thing
Them
is,
a go sharp and we, you know. Them a go well
the thing is,
sharp.
a lot of them players as well, they're actual first team players. You get me? I say, so them play week in, week out. You see me? Plus, them have the Afghan who are come up. And I know, say, right as Afghan done, we don't know to what extent them are go in the competition. But whether or not them track out a group stage or not, there's still games them are play. You see me? I
Presser,
say,
where did you think? Let's run back over the World Cup campaign. Where do you think we went wrong?
I think the selection of the team mostly.
Team selection.
Not so much the 23, but more so the starting 11 majority of the time, you see me? And then the decisions in game, as in substitutes. So, you know, some might say, yo, we never bring a proper midfield, but even though we never bring a proper midfield, I still think the squad was strong enough to kind of get away with murder in a sense. You see me? I say, the Trinidad game, feel as if them should have go for that game because, again, if we had won that game, then you just need a draw at home to go through. You see me? I say? And obviously, when Mayor Speid talk and when Mayor McClaren talk, it coming like the plan was to win the game. And this is, to draw the game. And this is where my beat Speid, bro. Remember the day after, I believe, we go on Omega Sports Radio. You see me? I say, with Arville, them and them Monday. And them ask about the game plan for Trinidad. And he must say, well, we scored first and the game plan was working. We just needed to defend for basically 5 minutes more so because them scored at the 85th minute or so, right? And I said to myself, no, he must say, oh, we scored at the 75th minute or something like so. And we just needed to defend like, we only needed to defend like only 20 minutes more or something like so. You see me? I say,
Who's saying that?
Speed, that is what I'm saying on RV show, right? On Omega Sports. And I said to myself, so, bro, why would I want to? I would rather sit in a 2-0 lead and having to defend that for 20 more minutes or 5 compared to a 1-0 lead against a team with still a hunt for something. You get me?
Something. I remember I said that to your presser that the danger that I fear with that team was to Jamaica score upon them a stadium and them feel like, listen, bro, we have nothing to lose. We have to go for this Jamaica team. We have to go all out. And could Jamaica hold up?
See if us score as the second half start, you see me I say? And then we start defending from this. So we take off Cephas. So me I say, bro, why not go for a second goal to make it more comfortable than I go say, oh, the game plan will work after we score. We just needed to defend for maybe like 5 more minutes or so. No. Because from that time when Cephas scored up until when the game finished, Trinidad could have scored 2 in a quick turnaround, brother. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Them could have scored 2 and guess what? Them could have win the game and give themselves a lifeline. Then win the last game and potentially maybe would have finished second, and then I wanted the playoff spot. You get me? I say,
Yeah.
So I
There
think
will be friendly games. Mr. Speed is organizing friendly games, but
what am I gonna get time to play that?
it's gonna be in the United States. That's the thing. But it's gonna be players who are in the US and players like Ravel Morrison and those guys he wants to get into the team. But we're not gonna be. He's gonna try to get some of the players who are at clubs but are not get playing time as well. That's the plan.
But before we get to that, right? So that Trinidad decision there was one, and then the whole Burrell and Bailey, the chopping and changing too much. You see me? I say. So I feel like everybody have to take responsibility, because I don't feel like say, oh, we should have done at the last round. I chop and change so much in terms of who is the striker, who is the winger, this and that. You see me? I say, I know so some guys did injured and so, but this is why, you know, say if plan A is out the window due to injury or lack of fitness, this is your plan B. You see me? I say, and it never really seemed like we have that in a sense. You see me? I say, but as for the friendly games, them, I mean, you said that still. I mean, you're not different, but
I don't see how the friendly. Well, I think what the friendly games for me is mostly for the coaching staff to kind of start to get a feel of having the team. You know what I mean? Because the first two games, you wouldn't want your brand new coaching staff. The first, you only have the players them 3 days before. So I think those friendly games will be just to kind of get a feel of having the team.
Yeah, I try work out some philosophy for them. Might try deploy or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, 2025, I can't believe that the man they mess it up, brother. Isn't that?
Oh my God, bro! I don't even know where to go from here. It's like,
you know, let me tell you how bad it is. Me here, big man, well, probably in the 50s and 60s. I say, brother, this is probably the last World Cup in my lifetime. You see me? I did man, I brother.
Yeah.
And that the man in basically I say, you know, they must say, brother, I don't know if I'm gonna live the next 5, 6, 7, 8 more years to witness Jamaica going to a World Cup. You get me? I say. Cause remember when Jamaica just go World Cup, you know, the first time. Now, them man they're probably about young teen or late teen, early 20s. You see me? I say. So from that time up until now, them well in them 40s, 50s, and 60s. You see me? Yeah.
And I don't know how it's gonna go, if we will ever live to see another World Cup, brother. Because when you look upon it, when Canada and them team they come back, America and them team they come back for 2030, and they're gonna build on their success now, fighting for another World Cup. Trucking boss, it's we want to be positive. I'm positive, but McClaren just come cook up, you know, a pot of hog feeding Giwi, brother, and cut.
Yeah, blessed to everybody, blessed to the viewers, to the, you know, whole Jamaica. Yeah, it's a true reflection and what's transpired over a period of time of this World Cup qualified, that we didn't make it, automatically make it to the World Cup because of bad decision, you know, bad you'd say coaching staff, you know. We want to be positive, but at the same time, you always gotta have positive and negative, right? The powerfulest tool them is always be the negative, because guess what, in the end that you can't have positive without negative. However, I felt like we do a lot of stuff wrong, like playing players out of position. That's one of the main reason. As a coach, you have to let players fight for their position in any team whatsoever. No matter how good you are, let players fight for their position. If you are good enough, you will start, you know, the starting left. And when you pick a squad of 23 players, and you only believe in 9 players out of the 23 man squad that you select, that's where you have a big problem, because you are automatically telling the rest of players, hey, you are not good enough. You know, I remember he bought the number 23 and the number 3, and he said, the coach said out of his mouth, yes, once he's get his passport and ready, he's gonna play. So you are sending a message to the other players, hey, you are not good. you sending a negative message to your players and telling your players you're not good. What as a coach, and I hope Mr. Speed learned from all of that. Believe in your player, believe in your pool of player that you're gonna call to the national team. Encourage
Mm-hmm.
let them know that it's for tonight it's just that 11, but at any given time any player can be start going forward. You don't just pick a 23-man squad and believe in 9 players out of the 23-man
Even when they
squad.
keep bringing
You
back Kera, I understand those youngsters. If you're not gonna play them, try to get somebody you're gonna play. Joshan Anglin should have got a bit more playing time as well.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, Mr. Taylor. Because you only believe in 8 to 9 players. You don't believe in the squad. Sometimes you have to put your hand around a players and say, hey, listen, even Mohamed Salah lacking confidence. What he need is just a coach to give him a hug and say, hey, listen, buddy, you got this. Show him clips of his last season and say, hey, this is you. We're gonna get you back to this. We're gonna get you back to your best. And even the best player like Cristiano Ronaldo when he was at Man United, the coach didn't believe in him. So when the coach only believe in 9 players, you absolutely looking for disastrous result. And that's what transpired. McClaren was looking for an easy fix. Instead of put the players out there and coach the players. And any coach that taking up the job, Mr. Speed, I hope you learn that when you out there and coaching and coaching the boys, you stop let these boys stretch for most of the time and play this ball in run in a circle. That's not coaching method. It won't get you nowhere. And I hope this practice match, if you do get them, you make up your mind whether you're gonna go for the kill in the 2 playoff attack
Well,
on
you think we
the
have the
get go.
players them?
Are you
You think we have the players them to do it right now? Because I think we need. I think that's one of the mistakes we made as well, trucking boss. We thought we had the players.
Mr. Taylor, you listen to the conversation. We had the players, but if you don't believe in the players, you will never get the result that you wanted, right? Yourself, you go back to listen to those players. They started to believe in themselves in the Gold Cup that they good enough, right? And the coach install that in them. Say, hey, you are good. You are the best. You gotta look at your player and tell your player, say, hey, there's no player better than you. Even when you know that but you got to look at them and believe in the players
Brother,
and
Curacao go a
believe
World
in
Cup
what's
without having them head coach at the national stadium, bro. The man them head coach is gone back in Netherlands.
okay. So what do you think result in that, Mr. Taylor?
It's the decision making, squad selection, the wrong combination on the field, and the head coach that we had. He wanted to, as me said, jump wall to go a World Cup. He wanted a free pass by using Hallgrim's team and say, oh, me have an easy group. Because remember, the man not even try competing at the Gold Cup, From McClaren start tell the Jamaican people one thing.
But I said 2 things, right? I think you see from the man them said them get the man for go to World Cup, right? I think from the Cuba game up until the USA game, I think we need to even check about this. He make a lot of changes to the team, Every window has something else, And when I say, him shouldn't try to figure out the team by then, but it shouldn't be to the massive extent where him just try to overhaul the team every minute. You get me? I say, what I realize with McLaren is like one player play bad, whether it's a Jamal Lowe or what the striker you name Trevante
and
or
him
the next
drop
one over
Norman Campbell one game.
Norman Campbell, him just dash them out of the team. You get me? I say, and then him kind of have the more senior man them stay even when them a perform. And we kind of get where coaches keep the senior players in a sense. But bro, you have to give players a run of games under new leadership to say, all right then. Because I don't think after the September when the Jamal Lowe get back in the team,
him dash Jamal Lowe for good. And Jamal Lowe is actually playing over Billy Kadamatri at his club. The same thing.
So,
It's just Yeah.
Now, let me say something about the players. Again, I respect what you just said. That's your humble opinion, and I respect that. I don't feel like Jamaica have a player issue. If you are not willing to coach the team when you get the time to coach a team, all you do is spend time with players stretching with elastic. You don't have a plan. You could have get the best player come and play for Jamaica. And if you're not coaching the team how to play football when they are on the park, 9 out of 10 times you will never be succeed. So it
But
cannot be a
Chucking
player
Boss, can you
issue.
coach those professional players at in an
At,
international setting?
yes, you can. At their club level, they're being coached.
Yeah,
Don't
but
feel
at their
like when
club
they're
level,
out there on the park, they don't have a plan.
the club level, the coach have them for a longer period of time. And that's the thing, you know.
Mr. Mr. Taylor, how long does it take you to come and understand YouTube?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take a while.
Okay. Every day you come on YouTube, don't you learn
You learn
something?
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So if our coach, when he get the opportunity to coach a team, he did not implement a strategy to go in and coach a team properly. All you have players come in and you want the best of the player them. You were looking for a quick fix. You weren't looking for solution. You don't willing to put in the work as a coach and tell players how to turn. When a midfielder break in, who's gonna get the ball? Our defender get the ball. The first thing they look to do is hike the ball up. That tells any smart coach on the sideline who you're playing against that this man don't know what they are doing. This team don't know what they are doing because the midfield break and no one know who's supposed to get the ball. When the midfield break, your defensive midfield is there to shield the back line. So guess what? Your midfielder, your left midfielder, your right midfielder gonna break for the ball. You give them the ball, and then if your defensive midfielder is good enough with the passing and control the ball, when he's on the ball, your right or your left midfielder always are gonna protect him, right? So there, you have an idea what the team is doing. When you are not doing that, you get the best midfielder come in, and all of a sudden they are not good because you know what? The coach not protecting. I like say, let's say a Rafael come in, a Tyreek Magee. You has to find a way to protect those type of player.
Yeah, you'd have bring back in Tyreek Magee in the team.
I just refer a name, right? So it's just like if you go back and watch Maggie can play football, but if you're gonna select him in the national team and think that he's all good midfielder look like they're not good, but give them the opportunity. I watch Jamaica over and over again. I play football and I go back and watch several clippings. And you don't have one midfielder willing to take that ball outside the box and crank a shot properly, right? We are absolutely awful at our job, right? And the coaching staff should be ashamed of yourself that you can't put a team together who knows what they are doing on the football field. We
Yo,
didn't
JT,
coach properly.
if I know, for all me know, say, me should have suspicious about the whole World Cup campaign, and I'm see my client start go up in our stands. I'm not a man can tell me about you never
Not
even
only
show
that,
see game,
pressure.
brother.
You took a lot of backlash when McClaren was hired. You were one of the few persons who came on YouTube and said and questioned Coach McClaren being the coach. You were one of the only people to
Bro, not
question the
only that,
coach.
brother, when the man tell me say, yo, the man I go up in the stands, I tell the man them say, bro, the same coaching thing trucking boss I talk about. Bro, me want the coach them on the sideline and engage with the team. Coach them on the sideline, give them instruction, bro. Me no want assistant to give them the instruction. Bro, it's a World Cup tournament, this brother. You see me I say? That was the biggest slap in the face to Jamaica bad man.
And I had a
Cause
problem
me
with
tell
that
people say,
presser.
brother, before John and them thing they implemented, brother. Coach them on the sideline and coach the team on a see game. Some not see the difference when I'm gonna go up in the stands and look at it now. In go up in the stands and still nothing never fixed. So when that's up there, you never see nothing then.
Yeah, and the thing is, McLaren for me, he was doing this autopilot thing. You know, like when he's at Manchester United, you work with your team all week, and then you expect them to carry out the job. International football is not like that. You have to coach right through the
Especially with
game.
these group of players, bro.
Yeah, yeah, bro, he was treating the situation like he was at Manchester United. To be honest,
But as Trucking Boss says, a combination of things what make this campaign really go bad, you know. I think everybody have to take blame. The player, them, the coaching staff, the JFF, because you know we see multiple articles come out where even coming at the JFF that try undermine the coach to an extent. You see me I say where him probably want to select certain players and it has say oh the JFF communicate them preferences in a team selection to them and I get me I say which you can't hire a coach to do a job and then you want to influence him as to how to do the job. You see me I say?
okay.
You're right about that. That's excellent way of saying it. Because you see, we Jamaican, we are not easy to deal with, you know. I am a Jamaican. I'm not easy to deal with. Mr. Taylor is not easy to
Yeah,
deal
we
with.
know.
Speed is not easy.
Deal with.
Speed is not an easy man to deal with, right? But guess what? It require you as a coach to put on your foot and tell even the president, man, fuck off, man. I'm doing my job, right? When
But
you know
Trucking
what
Boss,
you're
this
doing,
some
when
blame
you know
McLaren, you
what
know.
you are doing, you can tell someone to fuck off.
But Trucking Boss, this some blame McLaren. Irrespective of what we think about McLaren in terms of which job him fail at, right? At the end of the day, him working at some of the biggest job them in the
Yeah.
world. I get me I say,
Seem like he
and
didn't
for
learn
me,
anything, Presser.
no, I'm not thinking about the him not learn anything, you know. You're working at the big position them, right? Yes, you're failing at some of them, whatever the case is, right? You work with some of the best in the business. And then for you come to Jamaica and I take talk from certain people, you disrespect yourself. And remember we all going to say no, I'm sending on the video now. Him say, listen, it's either three things. It's either they can stay for the glory or prestige of going to the World Cup, or two, they can stay for the financial benefits that if you need money, I'm not think McLaren need money. Or three, they can leave the job and the man say, brother, me, I leave the job. You get me, I say? So McLaren forward, them try undermine him, but I guess he was staying for the prestige of qualifying
Trying
for the
for the
World Cup
World Cup
and
because he
saying,
would
yo,
save his career as well.
exactly. As I say, would have kind of put him in a good spotlight at least with him ending his career in a sense, isn't it?
Yeah. When me start being skeptical of McLaren, was when McLaren wasn't able to pull off some of the recruitment things that he spoke about. I started to be very worried. I said, this man come sell we hog feed now. Hog feeding him come sell we and I tell you say a soup. You know? That,
Well, that we're all traces still, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. But maybe him did buy into it. Yeah, Oral Tracy it. Oral Tracy them. I can't take Oral Tracy them serious still, but some people did take him serious. So where do we
And
go ahead, go on.
Can I give my reason, JT?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Let me mute Chucking Boss background a bit. Go ahead.
It all begins with the JFF.
Jesus Christ.
Um, the JFF fundamentally want to have a conduit between the JFF and the national team. They don't want to let go of the handle. And as a result, certain coaches are selected, and if they do select a coach who fights for autonomy, that coach is removed. And as a result of the JFF desires, we get a coach like McLaren, and then we get the poor team selection where we have an example, a critical example, a player like Kayim Dixon, who is playing in the fourth division of English football, being selected continuously over a player at the same position who is playing in the second division and also who is selected basically over him. The same team demoted Kyle Dixon when the team went up to the championship.
Yeah.
Over on the
And Norman
left
Campbell in the
side,
Danish Super League.
over on the left side, we have Cephas, a well-known low IQ player who is languishing in Russia, not getting the game time, being played over Demarai Gray, who is performing at a high clip in that position in the second tier of English football. That's another example. Those decisions are highly unlikely the coach's decision.
No, man, and I'm gonna disagree with you though. I'm gonna disagree
Hold
with
on,
you.
let me finish. Let me lay out my case. Another example is the coach, when they are selected, not being given a free hand to select their own staff. That is strictly JFF decision. Having Miriam Garden there, and Miriam Garden is merely a conduit between the JFF and the national team to select certain players to relay what's going on. Because look, Miriam Garden is not selected on Mr. Speed's staff, but he was being quote unquote being placed on the other coach's staff for education reasons. So that was a lie.
No, man, him get enough education now.
But why isn't he in the running to be selected for the national team? Because that was not the reason.
So would you give you'd have give Marian Garden the team now?
I'm JT, but that's a question for the JFF.
No, that's not a question. No, that's a question for you. Would you, if you were in the case of the JFF?
I would. No, I wouldn't. I do not believe in the whole education thing. I do not believe to have Miriam Garden and the staff. I believe that JT, if I'm giving you JT a job to do anything JT, for example, you're picking your own staff and making your decision, and I grade you accordingly. I'm not going to inject anyone onto your staff. It's inappropriate. So several decisions have been made that has caused the team to be where it is, and it all is back to JSF. We can talk about McClaren. McClaren was not selected by himself, and we lack assessment regarding decision and who is ultimately responsible.
All right, stick up in right there. Stick up in right there. Let me bring in Jay Saguna. You want to take on any of those points that Chris P made? Because I don't want him go too far now. Because I hear him say some things too that I want to push back on. Go ahead, Jay Saguna. Your mic is muted.
Yeah, respect JT, respect to the panelists, respect to the people watching. Well, look, he make a valid point in the sense that, you know, this coach that was around the team for educational purposes, which is what we were told. Mm-hmm. Why would the education now end that Speid is the coach? Why wouldn't he still be being educated under Speid? I don't think that I would give him the team to coach himself. But if Speid is the one selected as the coach by the board, as them say, what has changed? Is it that Speid thinks that he can't impart the knowledge that he would have gotten from an overseas coach to Marian Garden?
No, but Speid can also say that he got enough of a run, and well, yeah, I don't know. I don't have the point. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So basically, to that point he's making, it makes sense, because I don't see why, if you're still traveling internationally, you're still facing opponents that are going to test you. Why would his education now end that Speid is the coach?
But to me, Marian Garden was just a guy who run around and pick up the cone them. Like, he just always look busy. When we see clips, like, I didn't really know what he did. You know?
So they're not going to need cones for this training now?
I think we have enough cone guys.
Okay.
I'm just saying, to me, Jason Gunn, every time I see a clip, I just see Marian Garden just look busy with the cones and the elastic them, and you know, I just never know what he did, you know.
But I think broader point.
Well, I'm have to mute your background chucking boss till he finished, then you unmute, all right? After he finishes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the broader point that I don't think should be missed, that he was just talking about, is that why is it, right, that someone that you deemed to be necessary for the coaching staff when other people were the coach, automatically now we can say, oh, he's got enough learning now. So yeah, he's not a
I
part of
don't
it.
think
Doesn't
that's what they saw it as. This is just my point of view, Jason Guna. What I thought, and they said this even when Hal Grimson came, that they wanted some local coaches to acquire the knowledge from these more professional coaches, so then they can take that back into the local game. It wasn't necessarily for Marion Garden to learn from them and take over the team. I've never heard that. Because remember at one point they spoke about, and I said that to Rudolph Speid, publicly and privately. I said, Mr. Speid, you said that you were going to switch out Marion Garden at some point and give another coach, either Peter or one of those guys, the opportunity to get more knowledge from the top coaches. How is Marion Garden continuing with the McClaren? But then I have to be fair. I cannot be a hypocrite. When the transition was made, I think Marion Garden was needed when the transition was made, because everything just happened abruptly. He was kind of the bridge to bridge it over. I think at some point he should have been phased out if it was solely on the basis to get other local coaches, because I thought that Speid and them were going to use some other local coaches from his program to garner more knowledge, because I think Marion Garden got a good run already with Hal Grimson. However, it needed him there when the team was transitioning into getting the coach, but I think he should have been phased out. Continue.
Yeah, so again, I don't agree with this thing where when we get a coach to come in, he needs someone to hold his hand in the beginning. I don't think that that's really necessary personally, because at the end of the day, you know, if you think that this whoever is coming in have the expertise to get us where we want to go, why would you want to influence him in any way to get the team where he wants it
But
to go?
Marion Garden wasn't playing the role, Jason Guna, as the significant assistant. He was more like a lower tier assistant to me.
No, I understand that, but regardless of where you rank him in the tier of the assistants, right? You just mentioned that a part of the reason why he wasn't let go when McClaren came was due to the fact that he would have been around the team and can have this expertise of knowing the players a little bit more than another person. And I'm saying I don't agree with that when you bring in a new regime and you want them to have a clean slate with the players that we have. Let them create that clean slate.
Okay.
Do not come and tell them, well, the last window, you know, this guy did skip a training and this guy did something and that guy, you know, that didn't make sense to me. And if you look at the difference of how Hal Grimson came and how McClaren came, you can see the difference in philosophies of the two coaches. Because Hal Grimson straight up put his foot down and tell them, listen, you know, this is what happened in the Nations League stuff with Andre Blake. He's my goalkeeper, my captain, so I can move and go.
But Jason Guna, don't you feel that Hal Grimson had more of a clearer plan when he came in than McClaren? I felt that McClaren was winging it. I believe that McClaren came to just piggyback off of what Hal Grimson put in place.
I think personally, the JFF knew that he was different from Hal Grimson and they preferred that because they did not want to have to deal with pushback every time they suggest something. And McClaren was way more willing and complicit to do whatever they thought was right. That's why he kept referencing Simon and Meron and Speid and everyone else whenever he was talking about things that he had done or what he was planning to do.
Who was doing that, McClaren?
And his tone clearly changed from the first time he spoke to the second time he spoke, because he was talking about all the work Hal Grimson had done with the database and this and that. And then
Square
he came
peg,
back
round hole.
The next time he came back, he changed his mouth and said, oh, you know, a lot of these younger players, they really don't really want to make the decision yet. There was no talk of that in the first press conference.
First conference, when he said that, I felt it.
From the first press conference to the second time we hear him talk, that he could make such a 180 on that specific thing.
Because if you look
And
at
I
it,
think
his
a lot to do
recruitment,
with
Hal
bringing
Grim's
it as a with
recruitment
the
was
boys
much
team.
better, actually. Hal Grim's, he came in with the pedigree of the man who, and that's the only reason why I was excited. I was excited for two things when McClaren came in. I thought that the intensity of the team would change because he would have brought in a higher intensity from being a Premier League assistant. They would train at a higher intensity, play at another. I mean, I say the team look like them have lower intensity under McClaren than Al Grimson. I was very confused with that after a while. That intensity never increased because I thought he would have brought that from the Premier League, you know?
Yeah, look,
While the JFF, I'm gonna let me add a little bit quickly. We have to understand the psychology, you know. There is enough players. There are enough players that exist that Jamaica has access to that can make the team similar to Curacao in terms of
Even better.
the number of no, hold on. Similar to the number of players who are quote unquote born overseas. The JFF does not want that.
Crispy, I
They
think
are
you're gonna.
very-
The reason why I don't want to go down that
Let me
road with
finish,
it, no,
well,
because no. Crispy,
let me
crispy,
finish.
crispy,
Remember,
crispy. We have a lot of people on the show as well.
yeah,
So crispy, what I'm saying to you now, you're going down, you're going.
I've been holding on, patiently, JT.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you go next, Ghost. What I'm saying, crispy, is when you go down to the point of saying the JFF don't want that and that, and we can't actually prove that. Those statements are unprovable, and I don't know if that's a word. And I don't want to say baseless. I don't want to say baseless.
If certain things don't make sense, then you have to. Okay, for example, Jason Guna. All of the people on the panel who watch football for a very long time, on average, will any coach choose CFAS over the Mary Gray?
That's tricky. That's what I'm saying. Not all the time, but it can happen.
Well, all we can base it off is both of them have professional careers, and you can look at which one of their coaches play them, like who plays more minutes when they're at a club. I mean, that would be the only way, really, without any bias involved, that you could have that conversation. So if you look at those numbers and those statistics, and it pans out that Gray, when he's fit and available, play more than the other man, then you should be able to answer that and say most coaches would play Gray over Cephas. And
Okay,
that's not.
Guys, just be
Okay, Guna.
guys, just be fair. Hold on, Crispy. Hold on. Just be fair.
No.
The reason why Cephas got played.
I'm gonna.
The reason why Cephas got into the game.
Give him a run.
The reason why the Cephas got into this game, you remember because Gray got hurt, Remember that, Gray didn't just Cephas didn't just walk into that.
Because Cephas didn't get a lot of playing time on the Hal Grimson.
No, he actually is when Gray got hurt. He came in and he actually, bro. Let's be fair, bro. He got results, bro. Cephas did his thing. He was scoring goals and also was giving assists. Maybe he wasn't doing the things that we were expecting on every game, but he actually was getting results with him, just the same way as with John Russell as well. We gotta be fair.
We are unfair. Cephas does not play well when we're facing serious opponents.
We can't say that because the game against the United States.
JT, the facts are there. It did not play well against Curacao. It did not play well against TNT except for the goal.
You mean in this campaign? I was talking about the entirety of his time. He did have good games against United States as well. We saw in that Nations League game that Jamaica should have won to go on to the finals. He had a monster game. In that game. We cannot lie about that. Either.
The fans are to blame, you know. The fans are to blame because I find it interesting. It's like there's a guy and it's like a student we're assessing, and we're going to say, okay, the student cannot add, the student cannot subtract, the student cannot factor, but hey, the student is good at math. This is what we do with CFAs all the time. We will
But
talk
that's not
about
how football is not just as black and white as that, though,
Hey,
Crispy. It's not.
yo, JT,
Yeah.
let me reintroduce.
I don't want to
Let me
belabor the
reintroduce, man.
point.
JT, let me reintroduce
I don't want
myself.
to belabor the
Good
point.
morning. Good morning to all the panel. Good morning to
I was
all the
going to ask.
panelists,
I was
and
going to ask
also good morning to the
Guna.
commenters.
I
Bro,
was going
listen.
to ask Guna a question
JT,
relating to
when
the
it comes to
point.
this, what on the Crispy? You've been talking already long after, bro. Give all of us some chance here, too, bro. Listen,
You're not the
JT,
moderator, my
when it
friend.
comes to this,
You are not
when
the
it comes to this
moderator. Don't tell me what to do.
yeah,
You
when
are
it
not
comes
the
to this
moderator.
football thing,
You are not the
JT,
moderator.
we
Guna,
the supporter, the football.
do you believe
Yo,
at
Crispy, we
heart of
talking, bro.
hearts,
Yo,
McClaren,
Crispy,
it was his decision to keep on playing
yo,
CFAs?
JT,
All
what
right,
going on,
we're
bro?
gonna
You have too
Crispy.
much
We're
time.
gonna spread it around a little bit because we don't want you just to be a you and Jason going back and forth. Go ahead, Ghost a bit.
Yo, thank you, bro. Listen, are we say March, you know? Are we all here say March? We already see what was building up already. We saw this already coming, bro. So we're not gonna act like so we never see it building up and see no, this was gonna be the result. So for us, all of us to be on the panel here crying over speed milk, we all saw this coming already. We can't cry over it now, bro. We have to get behind speed. We have to get behind this the program now and hope that the man pick the best team. And JT, listen, brother, use a platform, bro, and get the word out there, bro. Because you have a voice, bro, and all of us on this panel is behind you
No man,
and we
but
support
I'm
you.
in communication with Mr. Speed as I said that I will
Yeah, but,
be
but you can't. But
the
we can't have these Debbie daughters who have been on this year every day from all day one, you know,
no
with the
man, but
same
that's what
narrative.
the YouTube is different
Um,
from actually the YouTube is actually different from the actual work that's being done currently, right? And as I said, I told Mr. Rudolph Speed, I said the only way you can get this thing over the line is the same issue that I've had for years. If you don't have the right combination of players in the squad or the right combination on the field, no matter where you want to try, it's not gonna happen. Bro, since Tapa was the coach, this is how I always got it right. You cannot have the wrong combination on the field and expecting the right result. It just doesn't work. And remember when we come out strong after the squad get picked? I see five defensive midfielder. Well, I said it. I said five defensive midfielder guys. Look at this scenario. We go into Trinidad. If Trinidad score and lock shop, how does Jamaica break them down? If Jamaica lose or draw to Trinidad and come to the national stadium where you need to break down Curacao, how do you break them down with five defensive midfielder? I'd never seen that done before. So I said that to Rudolph Speed. And that's part of what he's working on. He's working on to make sure the entire midfield setup it's gonna be having numbers in the middle of the park. That's another thing. Two things that these are my main things that I said. I said, Mr. Speed, this is the main things you have to do. Jamaica has to press. If you can't get players out there to press, call it a day. Football is about. This is how Pep Guardiola them change the game. We need back the ball in 10 seconds. This is how Brighton has been able to punch above its weight class in the Premier League. Is at one point Brighton was known for the best pressing team in football, and Brighton is just a small club in England. It's because they stay in your face, they stay in the game, they press you, they make you make the decision. Because how Brighton and those team play, you have to play perfect by making correct passes. Jamaica gives teams the opportunity to make a lot of mistakes and still beat them because we don't press. We don't have any ideas how to get the ball back. We just wait till they come in our half, we sit on our 18, we drop back deep, and teams just do whatever they want. You know, that just doesn't work in football. So I said Rudolph Speed has to get those three things right. First thing, your 23-man squad has to have the best combination of players who can get you the job done. And when you get that 23 down, the 11 on the field has to be able to carry out the job. One, pressing. Two, we have to create numbers in the middle of the park. Jamaica cannot continue this thing about where we don't play with a midfield. It just shows, guys. Haiti play with a midfield there in the World Cup. Curacao play with a midfield there in the World Cup. It's obvious. The result is there. The teams that play with a midfield, they're all in the World Cup. Jamaica doesn't play with a midfield, and we're not in the World Cup. So the statistics is there. It's clear. Chucking Boss. Let me bring back Chucking Boss in before we move it around. So and Mr. Speed has given me his word on that. And we said another thing is we cannot see a team go out there without Ravel Marcy in the squad. I'm not saying Ravel Marcy because I'm not gonna sit here and tell Mr. Speed you need to start. He's a coach. He's a proven coach. He's an A-licensed coach. I respect Mr. Speed for what he has done. But I cannot look at a team where Jamaica have a squad and Ravel Marcy is not in the squad and I should be excited. I'm just not gonna get excited, bro, because I don't see any other than a Tyrese Hall, but Tyrese Hall is still a youngster. How does he hold up under down there in Mexico in that altitude? Hasn't played any international football as yet. Ravel Marcy played over 3 seasons or 2 seasons in Liga MX. He's aware of the environment. He might not be playing in the league. All you want from Ravel is fitness and get him to do a job. But I'm not going to look at a squad and say, you line up Bobby Reed, them John Russell, them Casey Palmer, and I'm going to think something different is going to happen. Those guys, they're not going to give you what we need. Continue, Chucking Boss.
Yeah, JT. You make some good point there, I must say. And some of the guys on the panel make point. I don't feel like Jamaica has player problem. It can't be player problem, and it come back down to coaching. And if a coach comes in and thinks he's gonna get the job done by just be a coach on the sideline, it doesn't work.
No, go work.
Will not work, and without proper coaching method and style of play are indication where you want to take this team and what you want to do. It's supposed to be like highlight in the first practice match what Mr. Speed intended to do going forward with this national team. Now he has the job. He has to go and think about what he want, how he want to play. Those 2 playoff matches are 2 finals you're gonna play. How you wanna play those 2 finals? What type of players you want to represent you? And it can't be like a wholesome change you're gonna make, right? It has to be a wholesome change in your coaching ability and how you willing to prepare this team going forward. Because I still felt wholehearted that the player is fairly good enough. It's just for any coach to come and bring with him a blueprint of what he want to do and actually do. And I felt that we can get the job done if the coach take it serious and start to work while we are speaking here. He's there working out his plan on blackboard, moving player into position and how he want to play. So when he actually go there on the training ground, he already know in the back of his head what method he want to use, what strategy he want to use on the day, right? I just felt that we can get the job done that way, and I'm not here to blame players and pointing finger who should be in the squad, who is not supposed to be in the squad. Once a coach select a 23-man squad, that coach supposed to believe in every player he picked at that given time.
But Chucking Boss, right? And it comes back down to what I'm saying. The 23-man squad. I'm saying you have to get the 23-man squad, right? You don't want to have a 23-man squad and a 10 number players actually can get the job done where you want. It makes no sense.
Absolutely. And you just believe in 10 players. You have to believe in the squad that you pick. And I always knocking Ravel, right? But now he wasn't a part of the squad, you know. No, so as an analyst, you would analyze football fairly. Now that you look on it now, we have two players, right? And you need a midfielder who's gonna control the game. Build your team around that midfielder. He's 32 years old. You gotta protect him. You have a holding midfielder in Isaac Hayden. Now you need one more because to me, Isaac Hayden play too safe, and Isaac Hayden play way too safe, right? He's need an the holding midfielder, defensive midfielder who's gonna push him. That he need to be more, aggressive, want the ball.
But
You know what I mean?
Sir Isaac here then. I mean, every defensive midfielder kind of safe in a sense.
I'm not him too safe. Him come like God briefcase. Him too safe.
Yeah, into
Too safe for my I like him to be quite
So,
frank.
what is your job Isaac here then?
No, your job solely as a holding midfielder is to protect the back line. I don't felt like he did it to his best ability. I just felt like he's not aggressive enough.
Yes.
Want to get the ball and be dominant on the ball itself. I felt like he could have given more if we had a different, extra CDM. I just felt
Chucking
like
boss,
that goes a far. But
when you look
anyway,
at
we're not deep away from the conversation.
But Chucking boss, when you look at Caicedo, how Caicedo them involved in the game. I'm obviously he doesn't have the legs as a Caicedo young, but look at a Caicedo as a defensive midfielder. How he's involved in the game. Isaac Hayden them come like them out there hiding a plain sight.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Taylor. You have to be involved, for you have to be that aggressive.
Spray and Hayden show for the ball, and every time them show the ball kick over them head. Where you want them to the big man?
No, sir, me not go buy that, brother.
Listen,
Me not go buy that.
make that talk
Just
just
go,
a
me
while.
not go buy
You don't
that.
have
Me
to
not go
buy
buy
it.
that.
You don't have to buy it. Just watch the game back.
No,
Watch the game back.
Me send you evidence.
Watch the game back, bro. If the man them
Sir,
literally kick the ball over them
listen.
head, and then they
Listen.
stand up and I say, yo, put it right at the
JT,
foot.
can I
Put it from the
agree
foot.
with Chucking Bass in one sense?
Yeah, but Crispy, no
When
go
we-
on a long, nobody go on a long diatribe doing no, bro. Just make it snappy, cause all out there on it now, here.
Yeah, you talk about team selection. It cannot be talked, and it's a problem, correct, but it cannot be talked about in a vacuum. Because many of us have different ideas of what proper team selection is. And the coach does not have a free hand in team selection.
Jesus Christ, so that's why I said I don't want to go back down the road there with your brother, cause we passed this already.
JT, what go on?
JT,
So you know think Speed can pick him one team now,
How are we
bro?
going to solve problems if we don't talk about the problems?
Afternoon chat.
Listen, it was my point, it was my time to talk, and the man him take over it. Let me just break down what me I say, and the man him just get it back. Cause me I listen to about 40 hours, right?
When you talk, I'm talking Bass. When you talk about appropriate team selection,
Make your point, please. Make your point.
I'm talking Bass. When you talk about appropriate team selection, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah. What do I mean? What do I mean when I say team selection, right? Let me use Xavi Alonso with Real Madrid right now, currently squad. He got a squad of about 23 players. Out of the 23 players, he only believed probably in 8 players. He treat the rest of the guys them like they are nobody. And that's where you have a broken dressing room, right? All of a sudden, him and Vincent Jr., not the best. Hendrick is on the bench crying as a youngster. When you come into a football team and a national team to be a coach, you have to understand that. Learn about the players and learn the quality players you have and learn to love your players unconditionally, unconditional, right? Learn the philosophy and knowing that if you treat a player bad, it's going to reflect in the dressing room, right? So that's why I mean, say, yo, you could have the best squad But you cannot coach the best squad or you don't know how to treat the player. You only believe in a handful of player. You don't believe in your squad, right? So Mr. Speed is listening. I hope he's not have the idea thinking in his head that he's just gonna pick a 23-man squad and believe in 5 players. If you when you pick that 23-man squad, all the players are good enough to start on the day. And you're gonna
All right, so
respect the 23-man squad that you pick. So if you and a player have differences, put it aside and knowing the fact that I got 23-man squad and I'm gonna prepare these boys to play my way, right? But also give them the respect and tell them the boundary that they should not cross. Let's say for instance, partnering. How does you correct that? Because Jamaican not easy to deal with. Right? So you have to put on your foot as a coach. Listen, 2 days before a match, or a day before a match, no player can party and expect to get a jersey. It doesn't matter who you is. You have to lay out your plan, your blueprint going forward, written on paper, right? So any player break that and breach that, knowing the fact that the whole Jamaica will know why you are not in the squad and why you are not a part of the squad going forward. So as a coach, yeah, my point.
Yeah, afternoon to the man then. Yeah, man. Fisherman here. Go speak of yourself, trucking boss. The whole works.
Manners,
Yes,
manners.
JT.
Yeah, man, blessings.
Your turn, speed boot liquor, sir.
No, I'm actually Mr. Speed Boot.
Listen.
Anyway, yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Why with you?
Yes, sir. You know what he said? You know
The
what he said?
boss
Me not
could
give.
Truck it, yo, fisherman, somebody have to do it still.
Yeah, you know, see me not give. You know, see me not give. You know, give me. You see me not give a skip round it. Me I say yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
yeah, man, that's good, man. That mean
I'm
you're in line for the interim World
They were
Cup. brother.
call you.
Keep
They were
going.
call you.
I'm not.
They
I'm
were
not.
call you speed boot
I'm
liquor.
also realistic. I'm not in the interim for anything at World Cup. I'm just.
They were say.
It's where we are currently right now. You know.
Yeah, man. They were
Just
beating
like you have
up, yeah, so
Sean Paul, them a hand out package and them thing there Jamaica, them no work for Red Cross. It's just because Jamaica is in a position right now where they need help. And people
Anyway.
is stepping in.
Me back you 100%, my boss. Yeah, man. Cause me want a speed boot liquor too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's like like fisherman, you have to know people don't understand. So you have to know certain times when you put pride aside and say, this is what it is, bro. This is where we are now. You know, I can
Listen,
stay on
man.
YouTube and talk about a crap, but it not gonna help Jamaica go nowhere right
JT
now.
then get 16 months. Then get 16 months to do that already, brother. 16 months then get that already.
Yeah,
JT.
yeah.
JT, them have a thing in the national anthem, you know. Stir response to duty call. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
There's somebody there right now, brother.
You step forward. Duty call and you step forward. You know, they make some man go and talk. Some man go just lip, you know. They not really make no contribution, you know. So they them go and lip and talk anything when they want to talk. But anyway, with the squads, with Speed, I get some new players, to be frank still, you know. I think we have a stronger squad, you know. I don't think we're going to make it with, if I the same squad we're going to have, I doubt we're gonna make it.
Yeah, man, there's gonna be changes. There's gonna be changes, fisherman. But that's what I was telling you, fisherman, where I said, like, from an advisory perspective, I said, Speed, you cannot go there with the same 23 and expect a different result. That's a bad way to start. Getting the players, them like the Norman Campbell, them we can give you a full 90 a running. And get more of the players that can fit the playing style that you want. That's it, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Man, case them now go wake up a morning and become presser. And them man.
We need players out there. Go left it all out on the field when the game finish. You can't see effort. When we see it, when we done, we say yes. Them left it all out there. You know, when we done with the man, go on a party after and make it come in like nothing at all. We know that. You know? So, at the end of the day, you have to get some man is serious. Get out some of them youth, some of them man out of the squad.
And Fisherman, to combat their point, and you can add on to this, just where we are saying that Isaac Hayden, to me, sometimes him play lazy. In the same games them where Richard Kingdom a kick the ball long, why did Ian Frey look more effective by being physical on the ball and look more in control? And he's not even a true CDM.
JT, look here. You know, see a long time, you know, I want to talk that long time, you know, but you, well, people are praise Isaac Hayden and not praise him. We just hold it down and say nothing. A long time I watch Isaac Hayden. Some man feel say I see them and go for just stand up one, take the ball and just pass it in wing back and pass it back. They said them the days are playing with CDM. Done. Yeah, but you have to add something else for the game.
Fisherman attack. Fisherman, you have to understand now, bro. You have different profiles of CDM. When you look on people like Nemanja Matic, for example, back in ideas. Nemanja Matic is a man where we get stuck in, you know. But he's a man who more sit back and shield the defense. You get me? I say, you're not going to see him active. Him just operating a theme zone. Him not going to venture much forward. Or else, you're going to see that gaping hole within the midfield. And it's similar to Isaac Hayden, where him going to just sit in a one zone and shield.
I guess, but Professor, we don't need that kind of defensive midfielder, right?
When you have an Ian Frey that is beside him, one younger, have more legs, you always are going to find that him going to more venture forward, going forward and doing the work defensively as well. As I say, so it's just a different profile of the players and different responsibility. You cannot ask somebody to do something that they weren't instructed to do. You see me? I say, where Isaac.
So you're saying from Isaac here to come, nobody no instruct him to tackle.
Me no like though. Me no like them players.
You cannot say don't like the
player. Every move they make on the field, the coach have to instruct them to make the move. You know, that's why I mean a real player like those. You know,
the coach is alright. Bro, it's not say the coach is controlling the player. It's an instruction. So that is where you play. This is your responsibility. So not like say the coach, I coach him on the pitch. It's just a job him have. You see me I say?
Well, JT, say we get some different players, right? And we still see the overhead ball being played.
That's not gonna happen, Crispy.
Hold on, I can't.
No, but Crispy, you're telling me to hold on.
You can't create scenarios hypothetical.
No. Crispy, this is not hypothetical. Crispy, this is something that I'm discussing this with Rudolph Speid over and over, brother, and
JT, but you are doing it. We are not doing it. We have the other discussion.
Yeah, go over Ryan show and JT and JD show that with them.
What I'm saying to you, Crispy, is
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to JT.
Yeah, but no bother with that.
We're all on the panel.
Yeah, no bother with that.
Shut your mouth. I don't want to talk to you.
Jesus Christ, guys, no bother with it. A grand market in a couple of days. Here may I say, Crispy, Rudolph Speid has his plan, how he wants to play. He outlined that. That's another thing. He actually wants to play midfield football. Because we discussed having a more overload in the middle of the park. It cannot be a thing with the long ball. It doesn't work. And Speid knows that. But however, Crispy,
will you agree that Mr. Speid has not discussed that to the public as yet?
But he doesn't need to discuss that to the public. He just needs to come up with
JT, we have seen a style of play. Jason Guna just brought up as well.
But Crispy, you spoke about the conduit. You spoke about Marian Garden being the conduit. I'm the conduit right now. You're hearing from me. All right.
Okay,
what I'm saying.
Because
Crispy, may I talk now? Crispy, however, Crispy, if Mr. Speid enter the game to play a passing style of football, and the teams are basically nullifying his strategy. You cannot get mad if he changes his strategy to go long where he's being effective, because that's how football is. That's how in-game management goes. Mr. Speid can set up the team a certain way and the team and our opponents basically crack down on what you're doing immediately, then he has to basically evolve in the game as well. It's not a static thing when you're coaching. And these are some of the questions we had for McClaren. His coaching style was very static. It has to be dynamic, meaning it's changing at some point based on what your opponent is giving you and what your opponent is doing. So you cannot just expect, Crispy, that Mr. Speid is trying to play like Arsenal to the entire game and they're not giving us the opportunity to do that. If teams are giving the opportunity to exploit them over the top and you can get the long ball or you get a Ronaldo Cephas on it, certain point in the game or something, or a Norman Campbell in behind with a long ball, and maybe even a mixture of both things, where you're playing the passing football, but you hit them with a quick strike at certain point where the transition changes. You have to be able to be flexible, Crispy. You cannot just say, Mr. Speid will come with the long ball. Mr. Speid is not going to come with the long ball.
JT,
Hold on. What make
JT, may God be the glory.
1 second. What make you believe Speid now will come with the long ball?
Because he because he outlined to me the way he's planning to play.
Yeah, but I mean anybody can say anything.
Yeah, but that's how I can go off. I'm not playing on game yet, so I can say. So maybe just go off and tell me.
JT, what you did here?
He play a lot of games. He play a lot of games as a coach. Can't we look at those games he has played?
It's not the same. It's not the same.
JT, what you did here, you did a quick sleight of hand when you talk about
Jesus.
depending on what the other team is doing, the long ball might be necessary. That was a sleight
don't you
of
think
hand.
that you guys on the panel don't think that's common sense?
Yes, JT. Okay, say there's an opportunity to go over the top at a glance, and a player on the field make an intelligent decision to do that. Fine, but as a style of play, I think the long ball need to be done away with. And he hurt that style of play, JT, Jamaican forwards a lot, and this is the reason why I don't even grade them as heavily as other people do. The Shamar Nicholson, the Kadamatari, this long ball, it hurts them a lot because they don't get the ball at their feet often enough. You know what I mean? In my opinion,
and to the point where Jason Guna makes it based on what he's seen, Speid, looking at Speid's team. The reason why I said that I don't believe he's gonna play the same way, I think he has better quality players in the national team than his actual Cavaliers team. That's why I said that, Jason.
I figured that was why.
JT, in my opinion, there are certain the midfield is a general problem, but I want to see the style of play change.
But you can't. But Crispy also be realistic. But Crispy.
You might chance to finish.
Yeah, but you're going for very long too, bro. That's the thing.
No,
you're stretching out the points.
I want to see this. I am saying I want to see the style of play change first before I get rid of certain players. Because I want to see them.
And I'm saying, Crispy, if you played football, you want to know that style of play. It takes more than 2 games to change to implement a style of play as well. You gotta be realistic with what you can get done in a short window. Listen. Those 2 games.
According to your logic, we're gonna get it. I'm gonna get the long ball again. Then
I didn't say that. Based on the situation. No, we're not just thinking about style of play here, Crispy. You're thinking about scenario, and you're thinking about the where you are. You're in a knockout competition where you technically have 1 game. So actually, the team, we would want to see a good style of play, but the key here is being in a must-win mode. That's most important.
For style of play in them 2 games.
In them 2 games here, yeah. The message
okay, you guys say you're not looking for style of play, fine.
Not say we're not looking at it, it's just that I don't think that's something we should emphasize.
Right,
We're
no.
not,
Right,
we're
no.
not gonna have enough time to kind of get it to the level where we want it to be. As I say, you can see remnants of a style of play
Thank you.
in phases of the game.
Thank you.
No,
You know, but you're not gonna be
The man
consistent.
them want to start. They want to see selection right away. They want to see right coaches on the sideline. They want to see style of play. They want to see everything.
Bro.
They want the man to turn water into wine in the first game.
First, you can't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And that not why happen.
No, that go
And
happen.
anybody who I think that living in a dream world. Anybody
Someone
who thinking
can,
that
someone
we're
can
living
walk
into a
talk.
dream
A
world.
man can talk and book all he want, book and want, book all he want, book. You must go wait.
Because this is
How the
two
team
game,
how the team play
and
against
this is
Curacao in the last
it's becoming
game?
like this is obviously like it's an emergency.
It's
So
a
this is
must-win
Oh,
mode.
okay,
bro.
fine.
And this is why
So-
me feel. That's why I always
How
feel
the
like
team-
colorism. Colorism is a thing, you know, because I don't understand when the white man come, nobody never have only presser, presser, bro. I have to say this, bro. I don't agree with a lot of
Colorism
things,
on the
bro.
white man.
I don't agree
Colorism on
with
the
you.
white
I
man
don't
while
agree with
living
you
in a
with a
white
lot of
man's
things,
country.
presser. Bro, presser, I don't agree with a lot of things, bro. But you are the only man, brother, who come out here, bro,
And
and was
question
very critical
McClaren.
from day one.
And from McClaren, yeah, I said
I
that.
give you
Colorism on the white man
presser. I give
while
you
living in the
credit.
white man's country.
Press, I
Listen,
give
we're
you
not gonna
credit.
take the show
You
down this
point
way,
out, Presser, you also point out
He's doing
the
it,
thing
JT.
that
He's
is
doing
stand.
it.
You come in at this thing with it at this stand, and all of us give you pushback with that thing, bro. And I apologize, bro. I was one of them, bro. You make some valid points sometimes, bro, and we don't give you credit for them, bro. Continue to do the good work you do, bro. You do. Even if we don't agree
man.
with you, continue to do your work, bro.
That's why I said I gave him his
Presser,
credit. I brought it up
Yeah,
and
man,
give him his
Presser, one
credit
of them
today.
will come and that. First man that Missy come out and did that and go down and did that double down for McLaren still, you know. Me I tell you.
Yeah, everybody forgot, but I had
Yeah,
to
we
remind
give
them.
him a
I had to
lot of pushback.
remind them
Give him a
today.
lot of pushback and want quiet him down,
Big-
and want
big-
dumb him
Yeah,
down.
man.
Brother, continue
Yeah,
have a
man.
voice, bro. Continue have a voice. A lot of us not gonna believe. I agree with you sometimes, but continue have your voice, bro.
Yeah, man, respect.
Yeah, man, but remember say one time me come here, come tell the man if he love the man make him talk, you know. And
I
stop
cool, man.
trying to
Remember
tell
that day,
the
that
man. Man. Yeah, man.
How the team played against Curacao the last time? Do we agree that the team cannot play like that against play like that in the coming up games?
It's two different coaches.
No, JT, just answer the question now.
But I'm just telling that the team is not gonna play like that. Cause two different coaches.
Okay, then it's a style of play issue, right?
No, it's not just a style of play. It's not just style of play. It was a combination of things.
Of what? A combination of
A
what?
combination of a coach as well who I think didn't do the prior job. He didn't. I don't think the coach focused on the right things, and he didn't manage the campaign. But I always bring up the thing about this calculator thing. When I say when the calculator come out, you know you're in trouble in World Cup qualification. He didn't use the calculator properly. He ate the calculator when he went to Trinidad. He went to Trinidad for a draw where that was a game for us to just risk it, and whatever the result was, we still needed to come to Jamaica and win. But you would rather go for it there. He miscalculated that. He miscalculated.
JT, that decision to go for a draw, you know, was not made by the coach only.
Who was it made by?
Mr. Speid advised that decision as well.
And he said that? Mr. Speid said he advised that?
Yes. And
he said he advised to go for a draw. You have that clip? We can find it.
Yes. Go and look on the show. The show. After the last game against Curacao.
I think I see him Omega Sports. I don't know if he exactly said them they go for a draw, but I mean, when we did tell you earlier about the 1-0 lead and him said the game plan I got to plan or whatever the case is, you know. I think if this is something within them lines there.
Yeah, he said that was a plan. So it was not the coach alone decision.
Okay, so what are we gonna do with that now?
Mr. Speid said him advise the coach to go for a draw.
Draw? Wow.
JC, they watch the show though. Him did say that. Remember him
He did not say that, man.
Presser, you tell a little bit more truth, you know. So he said that.
No, remember him saying that when the game was at 1-0, the game plan was going to plan, and them did only need to defend for 20 more minutes or so. You see me?
Yeah.
So that's not going for a draw.
You see what I talk about, brother? You see what I talk about, brother? Yeah, with the liar.
No, hold on.
No, after the fact, it did come out that they were pleased with the result. But I don't know going into it if it was ever said
Yeah, I
that
don't know
they
if he did say that
wanted a
like
draw.
he would have like
No,
No,
me
any
not
man
go
never
too
said him
far.
go in there to get a draw. A
So
man
you
did
talk
not
about
say
what
that.
about
I
there,
just
boy?
know as soon as
He
the
did
draw
not say that.
happened, a lot of the voices that are close to the JFF were saying it's okay because we
Yeah,
still have it all to play for in
yes.
Curacao. They were trying to downplay that it wasn't a bad result. So
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
gonna
it.
come out. I'm not gonna come out and say before the game they wanted a draw. I'm not gonna
They
say that because
wanted
I
that.
never
They never
heard him
say that.
say that.
He
You know what
never
I'm
say
saying?
that.
But I will say after the
all the coach
game.
wanted a draw. All the coach wanted a draw.
No, I don't think. Did the coach say he wanted a
no man,
draw?
I mean I think the coach they want a draw in a sense. I mean I think so. As Jason said, after the game, them are don't play it like, oh, it's not really a bad result. You
Yes,
see what I
them
say?
them say them happy
But
with them
based
get
on
the
what
draw
Speed said,
and
me
it's not a
can't
bad
take on
result.
it and say Speed specifically say before the game they went for a draw. As him say, the game was at
I
1-0
don't know
when
if that's
Cephas.
is that Rudolph Speed's YouTube for real.
No, Omega Sports interview.
No, me see somebody in the comment named Rudolph Speed. I don't know if that's
Oh,
Mr. Speed. Where am I say? I never said we go for a draw. I don't know if that's Mr. Speed.
Basically that whatever the coach plan was for that game, Mr. Speed said, that's what he advised. He agreed with the entire
The man
scenario.
say him agree with the players them when him never we say them on the card when them talk about
Yeah,
the players
yeah.
them who did on card. Him say him never have a problem with that. When them never play the players them who did on
That would
card.
be shocking if Mr. Speed plan out to go for a draw down at Trinidad. That would be
Him never say
madness.
nothing like that,
Yeah,
You
JT.
must say
Him
nothing like
never
that,
say I
that's
hear
why
JT.
I'm
him for
asking
JT,
more
you
than
know,
respect.
one
bro.
program. The man did not say nothing like that.
You know, so this is a little lion man. I call is a comedy man.
Never say anything like that, sir.
JT, you allow this. If you allow this guy to disrespect me, listen, I'm gonna go hard on the JT,
All right.
and
Ghost.
I want to
Never
have
say
some
anything
respect
like
for your
that, man.
show.
Yeah, Ghost. If you make a man go hard, me can't save
But JT, the man that come with this generous
But the
talking points,
people in
bro.
the
You know,
comment
respect, man.
section are saying Mr. Speed did not say that crispy.
JT, what did you say? Up in Trinidad today. What did you say occurred?
So may we go back over that?
No, you blame the coach for the decision to basically play conservatively in TNT, right?
To go for a
And
draw.
end up drawing the game.
To go for a draw. No, based on how the team set up when Missy Mason Holgate them and all those players, I immediately knew that we're going for a draw. Once I saw Mason Holgate
Mr. Speed agreed with that entire scenario.
said he was going for a draw. Mr. Speed said he go for a draw. That's not the point. I'm saying did Mr. Speed say he's going for a draw?
We are splitting hairs now, JT. We're splitting hairs now.
No splitting here. Just say the man say
Say
man
he
go
go
for a
for a
draw,
draw. That's
son.
what I was
What kind of
asking you.
splitting
Did
here?
Mr. Speed said he was going for a draw?
So while
So
I'm not
JT,
willing,
you said okay, JT, you said the coach was going for a draw.
Mm-hmm.
But Professor said, and then somebody said the coach didn't really want to go for a draw, but it happened that way. Because in the interview, the two gentlemen interviewed Mr. Speed. That was a major issue they had. How the team was set up, and the players who did not play, and basically everyone agreed that the team did not set up
But
to go
Crispy,
for the
was
kill.
Mr. Speed the one setting up the team?
JT,
No, I'm just asking you.
Mr. Speed was giving advice.
All right. So if that's what I'm saying to you, Crispy. When we go down that path, we cannot get anything concrete to
JT,
know
see,
exactly.
this man what I go tell you. If you think the coach advice, the coach not have to accept it.
no,
Yeah,
it's clear
exactly.
since Speed had that advisor role, it was clear that whenever something happened that wasn't the desired result, he made sure to tell us that he's assisting, not insisting. Whenever something happened that worked out in our favor, Speed is a part of it. No, so we see that. So he could easily frame that narrative all throughout his tenure as the advisor. That's why I never liked the role to begin with. He can latch on to all the things that good that happened and say yes.
But Jason
because
Guna,
was
can
in the
I
room
ask
that
you, Jason
happened.
Guna, do you think that Mr. Speed was picking the team over the coach throughout the campaign?
I have no idea who
But
was
that's
picking
what
the
I was
team.
saying, Jason. How are we gonna actually prove that?
And that's why I said from the beginning, him in an advisory role makes no sense
Yo,
because
get
he
that
can
clown
he
out of my
can
show, no,
frame
man.
he can frame the narrative around what he did well and what never worked. He can say, you know, said that's not one of the advice I did give him, and we can't prove either way unless McLaren was to come out with a tell-all book at some point. We won't know.
Mr. Guna,
Yeah,
before Speed go be the advisor, the team was playing different from how they was playing after Speed go there go be the advisor.
That's a good question.
I actually did see a change in how we played after the Nations League cycle. So it looked to me like the coach
The
was trying to
Nation League.
implement. Yes,
Nah man,
when we got
he go
knocked out
there.
by USA, when we got knocked out. I
Nah man,
know.
on the Nation.
I'm not saying
Hold
that's
on
when
now.
he joined. Just listen to what I'm saying. No?
Oh.
I'm just answering your question. I'm saying that
Yeah.
I saw a change in how they were playing after the Nations League lost to USA in the quarterfinal. Early in his tenure, it was clear to me that he was having an emphasis on like playing out from the back. If you look at the Cuba game, the Dominica game, or Dominican Republic game, those early games, it was a lot more possession of the ball and it was a lot more passing through the channels and the three phases of the field. And something happened from that time through that USA game to where we went to a much more direct approach.
You,
It
you know
looked
what I
more
think
like how
happened?
Hal
You,
Grimson
you,
was
you know
playing.
what I think happened?
I think he realized he didn't have the players to play that system
Yes,
and decided to play more direct.
and you see, somewhere along the line, I think, and I don't think Speed became the advisor yet. I remember when he switched to a back three. I think was that when we went to the US, he wanted to copy and paste what Hallgrims was doing when Hallgrims got the good result with that back three against the
Correct.
United States. That's when I realized that McLaren actually don't really have a plan. He's here to piggyback off Hallgrim's copy and paste.
Remember, I said that we go to the Gold Cup, and after the Nation League, we go to the Gold Cup.
Yeah, the Gold Cup was after that. Well after that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when we go to the Gold Cup, the side was playing the same way like how them play in the World Cup qualify.
It was bad. And you
We
know
didn't
what's
play.
crazy?
We didn't play the difference.
Him set up in a way, fisherman, where he kept harking on the fact that he's only here for the World Cup. And I said to people, I say, say this is dangerous. Because what this man is telling us is this. I don't have to get the team to look better in any other game, other than getting some result in a World Cup qualification, I say the team is not improving, and I had a problem with that. With the squad, I keep going back to squad selection and combination on the field.
But one thing more I ask the panel still in with the same playing style. If Jamaica was playing the type of football where we love, knocking the football, we keeping possession of the ball without possessing team. If we was playing that way and we still get knocked out of the World Cup, would we feel better?
You see, sometimes, you lose a football game, fans can accept certain way or your team lose. Because if you see your team play a certain way, they play the football, they run the opponent off the park,
Yes.
and you just didn't
And
get the result, the fans can
and
say,
the striker them get the
Goals,
ball
yeah.
to kick in the goal and
Yeah.
then don't score, and then when the game finish,
you can
they say,
live
would I
with
feel better?
you can live with that. But if you go out there and lose, where you just a kick long ball and you just lose,
Because the reason why I said that, the reason why I asked that question, every system you put in place in our football team is to get a result. Don't matter the style of play. If a long ball, if a tiki-taka, is the end is to get a result. Now, when I watch in Jamaica play, we look terrible. But we get a lot of chances. We get a lot of chances to score. All we don't like the style of play, But if you check
so I'm gonna push back
game,
on that though, and I'm gonna push back on that from a football standpoint.
yeah,
You have chances in football game, but depends on how you get the chances. It makes it harder for your team to score. and hear me out with this. If your team is used to getting chances through build up, they're kind of used to scoring goals that way. If your chances coming one long ball come, and you strike a run and him fumble and the ball get 50-50. I never felt like Jamaica chances came intentionally. All our chances seem to be sporadic or something happened and we get a chance. It's not like when you're watching other teams, even when you watch a Haiti, their chances look deliberate. It can look like I said this, the last time I saw Jamaica score a deliberate goal off of something off of the playing pitch was the game against St. Kitts where Leon Bailey and Jonathan Russell had a combination. But we see like it was this pass straight out of the midfield to another player. Russell give it to Leon Bailey, peel off, get in at the box. Leon Bailey give him clean goal. It was just put on a plat. Jamaica don't get those, bro. Every time we get a goal, it just feel like
No, but
chance.
JT,
It just feel
JT,
off. I don't know.
I don't think, to me, my thing, I don't matter how you get the chance, To me, I don't matter how you get the chance.
No,
A chance is a
the problem
chance.
with that, the
No
problem with
matter
that,
how you get
no,
it.
no, no, no. The problem with that is, here what the problem with that, fisherman, is you cannot replicate no matter how you get the chance. That's the problem. What you can replicate is doing the right thing over and over and getting chances that way. That's the problem, because you can't replicate, kick a ball up in the air and it bounce off a man and see if us run past him, You cannot get that. But you can replicate building up the player, going through the different phases, getting this player in
Yeah,
a certain position.
and yes, JT, yes, we want that to happen. All of what you're talking about, it would be nice, if we can do that,
Mm-hmm.
But when you play like a Bobby Reed now, get a ball, have the goalkeeper alone to slap the ball around the goalkeeper.
If you're a producer,
You tell me say treat never build up, knocking and build up, come from a build up play. Him couldn't score that. That's why it don't score.
No, but I think what JT is alluding to is the fact that one chance for Bobby Reed get off of the long ball where we get the second ball and get the chance. Maybe him get 2-3 more chance if we were doing it in a way that is more able to recreate. I think that's what he's saying. We had 4 chances. We had 4 chances in the game, big chances. Bobby Reed hit the goalkeeper. 3 other man hit the post or the crossbar. But if we were doing things, if we were at least switching it up a bit more, if we were at least switching it up a bit more, because as JT said, in certain instances you're gonna have to go long. But I feel like we overdid that tactic. And so 4 chances that we got, no 4 chances that we got in the game could have been 8 chances if we were doing a little bit more variation in how we attack.
Thank you. That's from
But what is showing me then that is showing me if we get to me count 5 chances in the game, and you say if we done that, would I get 8? So that will show you that the team, our team, what we praising and talking about this long while, realize that this team is far away from a good team, because if we have to get 8 chance to score one.
But Fisherman, the problem is, there are voices that have not been praising them. And when they don't praise them, you same one fellow say, we don't love Jamaica. And, whatever. So which one, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? I'm just saying, Fisherman, anybody that has that sentiment that you just say, you say that them not no sense and them not love Jamaica and this and that. So how are we supposed to analyze the team if as soon as a man says Jamaica are the best team is a problem? And now you are saying we cause we want a problem because we say we're better than we are. So which one is it?
Fisherman, you have a good point. Yeah,
man, then catch Fisherman today, man. Then catch him.
Fisherman, let me tell you why, Fisherman.
JC catch him today, man.
JC have a good point. JC, because you know what happened? I'm one of those people always say, John Russell put away his chances when he gets some of them,
Yeah.
But when you look at it, he really don't do nothing still, He don't really impact the game. Well, in score, obviously, which is the impactful thing, But in terms of the work rate and work ethic, he don't really have it. Bobby Reed have it though.
And
But
that's
Bobby Reed
the
is not putting away his chances.
and that's the problem with like a player like Ronaldo Cephas. Why you think we always say Ronaldo Cephas was an X Factor player,
Exactly.
Fisherman? It's because we don't do the same things correctly over and over.
Over and
So we
over.
are say fish. Yeah, Cephas was the accident we're all hoping to happen. That's why we keep saying he was an X Factor player now, because we know that Jamaica didn't have a predictable play that we say we can build up the play and we see we knock it and we get it in front of goal
So, but JT,
and strike a run on or something.
sorry to cut you off, JT. So what you're saying, Gray should be the person playing in and out then, right?
No, so this is it. This is the problem now, where you see Gray, you cannot play Gray them if you're playing the way Jamaica play, where we back off. You have to play Gray them where you narrow the field, where your back line is closer to the half line and your team is more compact. You see, if you leave the space between the wing back and the winger, where Gray them have to chop back go defend, you're in a problem. You're in a problem because Gray them not giving you up and down the field. You see me? So the problem with Jamaica, I'm always I say in front of the games, why Jamaica always want to go defend on the edge of our 18? If you look on the best teams, bro, the best teams try to beat you in your half. Like Jamaica is the only team who try to beat teams in our we goal.
JT, your point about the midfield, we have discussed it maybe going 2 years now, in the Nations League, in the Gold Cup, the coach took 2 midfielders, which I think you had highlighted and complained about. Balpre brought it up in an interview with Mr. Speid before the Curacao game when Jamaica went on the Curacao. I think Cranky brought it up on the discussion we had on Balpre show about the ball position, about the midfield. And Mr. Speid did not take too lightly to that. So from that moment, I said, okay, the long ball is what? The JFF does not have a problem with all the team is playing.
I mean, here you touched that point already. I heard you went over it before as well.
Yes. In my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the team plays should also be a concern of the federation. You guys have more experience in football than I do. So correct me if I'm wrong. You guys maybe you guys.
No, but Chris Speid, here why I said it cannot be the responsibility of the federation. You know why I'm gonna say that?
JT, you have to let me finish, JT.
No, it's because you always lead back to the federation about actually play on the field. You always confuse those two things. Federations are there for the administrative side of it. The coach handles the play on the field. That's what I'm trying for you to separate those two things.
Yeah, you cannot keep push back against that.
Yes, JT. Hold on, JT. But
yeah, you keep going back to that all the time, bro.
Alright,
JT, as
when Manchester,
you're asking me.
Yeah. When Manchester United get beat by Grimsby, who you blame? Who would you blame?
The Glazers.
No,
blame the Glazers.
I am not talking about. I am not talking about a one game, a isolated game. I'm talking about all the team plays consistently. So for example, again, correct me if I'm wrong.
So who do you blame now? How Manchester United is playing now?
I don't even watch Manchester United. I'm not a fan of the team. I don't care about the team like that.
Okay, so what the people?
I think the point is while they can blame the sporting directors for not maybe whichever respective club they support our country, right? While they can blame people for administrative problems or say, oh, them never get through this player, we can strengthen the defense. Is the team still good enough to an extent to be playing better than what they're showcasing? Are they good enough to be beating oppositions that they're not beating? As for Jamaica, to a small extent, I believe yes. You get me? I say So whilst the JFF is at fault in many areas, I still feel as if the team was still good enough to at least automatically qualify for the World Cup. But due to the fact that there were more lack of better decisions being made throughout these games,
By
it
the
costed the
coach.
team,
Mm-hmm.
not JFF specifically. You see me? I say, yeah, JFF probably never do a good job in terms of recruiting more players to the midfield. You see me? But could the coach on the day against Trinidad, could he have taken a better
It,
approach to get 3 points?
and
Yes, he could
and
have done
press
that.
to bolster press a point. I'm crispy, and I always kept saying this on YouTube, guys. Even with a JFF that's not functioning at optimum level, the team could have still qualified for the World Cup because I think the problem. Ready? You still playing?
I am trying to learn in a
Why you
bit
turn that off?
because for example when I look, okay, say I'm watching Pressa, say I'm watching the Brazilian national team, right?
Okay, time to brush your
Mm.
teeth.
And the Brazilian national team is playing a particular style. I am under the impression that if for example if Brazil start to play over the top football, kick around football, the federation will do something about that.
But
I am under that
listen,
impression.
me need to keep the crispy. We're gonna move on from that
But
because
you can't
we're not
really
gonna
say
agree on
that.
that.
I don't think. You see, the federation have to know the type of coach that they're
Yeah,
getting. As
it's
I
time
say,
to go.
it's like when you hire Jaime Algrimson, you're supposed to know him philosophy before. But as I say,
Maya,
if they move it from attacking
continue, guys.
football and
Continue.
the coach gone defensive, yeah, to some extent, the federation can step in and say, well, this is not the template that we wanted, or this is not the philosophy that we employed you for. You get me? I say, is either you try to make the coach change it or you fire the coach and get somebody through the door. So when you say
Okay,
that
so
no, when you
so
say that no, what you are trying to say with the JFF, like, are you trying to say that McCarron went away from something and the federation should have stepped in and try to draw him back into something else?
no. What I'm trying to say, Pressa, the midfield playing through the midfield uh, are a lot thereof is something that the JFF has not put any premium on.
But
Um,
me don't know if this is true now. But me hear people say on YouTube say Speed say you can't win games without midfield. As I say, me never hear him say it, but people say him say it, right? Me also hear him say after the Gold Cup that he would have emphasized bringing more midfielders. Now that him look at it, you see me? We realize that the World Cup cycle forward, we never see more midfielders. Recently, he did an interview in which he stated him never really seen no midfielders out there with him could have bring into the team. And me I say, well, I guess Daniel Johnson don't exist against Tyrese Hall, don't exist against the Johnson them of the world, and the Ravel them of the world don't exist. No, I'm not saying that these are world class players or whatever the case is, but to say that midfielders aren't out there is a bit disingenuous. You get me? I say, so when you have somebody like him saying that, then I guess him don't even care for the midfield himself. You see me? I say,
because I want to move the needle in the football. I am tired of the fans being on one side and the JFF being on the other side, or the coach being on the other side, and talk and shouting at each other. So I am trying to find out where the fault in the team lies.
let me tell you,
You know what I mean?
as again, for this World Cup cycle, right? Beating Bermuda, as me said, I don't think it's anything to write home about. It's the weakest team. I've even said that I believe a JPL team could beat Bermuda. However, you beat Trinidad at home, fair enough. But that second to last game, I believe if the approach was different in terms of Jamaica actually going for the win and not sitting back after the first goal, winning that game and then coming at home, we would have qualified automatically for the World Cup. Fair enough, you lose to Curacao, you take a beating, you move on. But again, you had that one crucial game against Trinidad, and you still had the last game against Curacao in which you never win. You see me I say? But at least you know, say if you win the Trinidad game, the second to last game, and you draw at home, you still go through. You see me I say? So
And
whilst you
Pressa,
can blame them,
just to drive home the point that we just made
yeah.
about the Trinidad game, right? We don't have proof that they went in the game wanting to draw. But what we do know is that there were players on yellow card or at risk of missing the last game due to yellow cards, and the coach decided not to play any of those players, saying that he wanted to make sure he had everybody for the last game. Now, when you look at the situation of Curaçao's team, a lot of the players that caused us problems in the nil-all draw, some of their best players, the Bakuna brothers, two of the central defenders, another midfielder, were all at risk of missing the Jamaica game. And they had an easier game in Bermuda to play. And you know, all 5 of those players played significant minutes in that game. So I just think they miscalculated everything. And like you said, they put all the eggs in one basket when you had 2 baskets to use.
And even our thing, what kind of buffer me, Jason, is also like the whole yellow card thing with McCann, because I was saying, bro, we had a lot of options in terms of quality to play certain players in that Trinidad game. You know, okay, fair enough, you play them because and get a card, you still have your whole gate, you still have or the next right back name, I think there was another right back there for the striker pool. You refer to Nicholson as the best striker. Okay, if you play Nicholson, you win the game, but you get a yellow card. You still have your Burrell, and you still have Bailey, and you still have Warner Brown who can play at the national stadium. I get me, I say, I think there was some other player in the difference who did have a yellow. But we had options, you know, so as you said, them probably miscalculate everything.
Yo, Professor, listen, man. We not talk about Curacao game, brother. Listen, straight up, the man have a one love into the Trinidad game. And nobody now tell me no, because even when we took the halftime break and we had talked about it, Cephas was giving the Trinidad guy a hard time for me personally. Why for the hard? But he was having a good game. And the man substitute. I have watched McClaren coach this team, bro, and nobody can sit here and tell me he have made any game management or game decisions that have impacted the game in positive. Since you've been watching this guy, and we still don't watch Tapa, a coach more pleasant the other day, and Papa make some good changes, bro, that impacted the game, bro. And this guy McClaren, bro, have not did it, bro, since we've been watching him, bro. And the man take off the most impactful person and go back and play a defensive game and we get the one. The guys them come back and come score upon we and get the one love.
Because even the same game now when Whisper them come on, me hear people cause Whisper and but me say based on how me say Whisper play coming like it was instruction for kind of just maintain position and just be reserved. You get me? I say. So I think it's just the instruction of the coaching staff at that moment in time, you know. And as Speed said, the game plan. He said it was going to plan in terms of them 1-0 up, them have 20 more minutes, them just need to defend for 5 more minutes or so. He said that he was going to plan. And may I say, well, would I rather have a 2-0 lead in a crucial game like this than rather just have the 1-goal lead and start sit back. You see me I say? But him rather live on the edge of having a 1-0 lead. I'm must be checked for sports.
Regarding calculation, in my opinion, Curacao would be the harder team to beat. So it would make more sense to go for the kill against TNT, quote unquote, and hope for a draw against Curacao. Because I think Curacao has been underestimated all throughout. And I want to give credit to, I think his name is JD, who kind of warned us that do not take some of these Caribbean teams lightly because they are heavily recruiting. They are not like teams of old, you know. And Curacao is one of these teams that have heavily recruited.
Yeah, I think a lot of people disrespect the Curacao them, and even the Trinidad to an extent, because them still take points off out, you know. So never that much of a soup when you look at things. But it's just a total miscalculation from everybody, more so to me, the coaching staff, and I guess the advising to some extent.
Let's say the team had qualified for the World Cup. Would there be any movement to address the style of play?
If the team had qualified?
Yes.
Well, to be honest, bro, I don't think McCann would have been the coach for the World Cup. Just my opinion still.
Okay, so you have the view that he would have been fired?
Well, probably fired or still resign, you know. Or maybe he's actually been fired, but just in a better way, you know. So based on everything how Missy play out, with him still resigning despite not qualifying, I cannot just believe with everything what happened behind the scenes, he would have just qualify and still leave. So the style of play moving forward would have maybe been different. You know what I mean? And how Missy even Speed assume the role as of right now. I feel like say the man would either resign or them put pressure upon him and resign, and Speed still assume the role and go coach the team at the World Cup. Because let's be honest, if Speed does qualify the team through beating DR Congo and New Caledonia, he is going to be the coach at the World Cup. You're not gonna step down. You see me I say?
Yeah, I just think that the structural problems are there, and maybe this is a good thing so that they can be finally addressed.
But I don't think it's being addressed still.
Yeah, man, but Crispy, you need to learn to. That's something you have to learn with football. You have to learn to separate administration from the play on the field. If there's I think there's two or three footballing minds in the JFF, which is Rudolph Speid, Dunswell, and Barry Watson. The rest of the people are not necessarily football minds. So you're asking business people and other administrative people to structure football. The JF, you have to also understand how these organizations run. So it for me, the buck stops with the individual who's coaching the team.
JT, again, I want to give the fans credit because the way all the team plays is a concern of has been a concern of the fans for a while, right? And it
Yeah.
has been brought to the attention of the JFF. So if the coach is not, if a coach is going to come in and the coach is not going to, for example, play through the midfield, quote unquote, then what do we do as a people? Just continue to shout all the time, complain all the time. Eventually, don't we have to say, okay, these are the people who can fix the problem?
I mean,
what do we do then? Because I am being told that a federation, the style of play, the federation is not. I don't know if you guys are saying they're not responsible, partially responsible, or fully responsible. I don't know, but
put it this way: when you have the technical director, right? I believe that when I look on a lot of countries and clubs, the technical director set the template of philosophy, recruitment, all those stuff. You get me? I say, now, if the technical director have a philosophy of possession-based football, and them hire the coach under the presumption that he's going to play that way, and then him eventually start to play that way, but then move away from that, then him have to know if to bring that coach back in line or whoever is responsible. You get me? I say, if he say, listen, this is what we hired you for, right?
Brother.
Either him join back in line or they fire him and replace him with somebody that does the job that they want to do. So
yeah, but what about the players? You're not talking about the players. Big up to the players.
No.
Big up to the players, bro.
You also have the players.
You're not talking about the players, them, bro. The man.
Agree with when you say exactly. That's exactly what I'm call because everybody blame the coach this and coach that and
yeah. All right, listen what I said though. I agree. Said the Trinidad game was the mistake and certain other game mistake. But brother, the man them look like them love the limelight and the outcome before them put in the work, bro. You understand? You have to put in the work, then you celebrate, then you do all of this. So everything, bro, combined. Man, the last match, me never have a problem with the man. Them just did for score. The Trinidad game, yes, everybody the coach get blame. I hate him for that. The last game, bro, the man them just for score. Like me never have a problem with the lineup will go out. You know what I'm saying? Me never really have a problem with that, bro. So it's like a man them for just score and that's it, and then for just play good, bro. The man if you just one brother.
Hold on. Let me ask the panelists a question.
No, hold on, Garfield, 1 second. And this is why you guys are missing again. And Jay Suguna tried to explain this, what I'm trying to say. We get chances, but there are different chances in football. It's just like passing. I can be in a football game and I got 100% pass accuracy, but there's a lot of bad passes in that. For example, we're transitioning and I'm supposed to hit the player on the break and I turn it back to my center back or my wing back. I just killed the play, but the statistics show that I have 100% pass rate. It's the same thing, bro. Jamaica doesn't create quality chances over and over for us to get goals where we can score.
So
We're
JT,
get,
so that's why we have to
JT,
go back to the
JT,
players.
hold on.
Go back to
JT,
No,
the
listen,
to
players,
me,
brother.
them have
JT,
enough
1 second,
chances
listen.
last.
Hold
Yo,
on,
them
hold
have
on.
enough
Exactly, brother.
Hold
You
on,
chances.
have,
go
you have,
on,
you have to
mate.
blame the players, brother. Bobby
Yeah,
Reed get
brother,
a
them
nice
have
goal.
enough chances
A
what they are,
Premier
bro.
League player, brother.
Them
Bobby
have
we have to
enough
nail that,
chances,
brother.
bro. To me, them have enough chances what they are. Enough,
Exactly.
more than enough. More than enough. And them for finish, bro.
Exactly, brother.
I
Me no
don't
want
think we I
JT
don't think
Listen,
we
answer
got
that.
quality
not all
chances though.
Brother,
chances
I don't
are
Bobby Reed,
created
Bobby Reed
equally.
is a
Not
world
all
class
chances,
player
not
for
all
finish that,
chances
bridging.
are created equally. I would like to make the point that not all chances are created equally. I've been listening and I heard JT speak about style of play and recreating what you've done before, and I came specifically to address that. Listen, mate, not all chances are created equally. If we have a game plan that sees us, you're going to run down the wing, go all the way to the goal line, and square the ball into the 6 yard box. And John Russell, you're going to head in the ball into the goal. That is a plan. It's easy to replicate.
what?
And the chances
Exactly.
of converting that goal, the chances of converting that goal is easier than the man them just out there on the pitch and a random player make a random square in the box
Good
and
talk, Cataract.
I
and
know
it's
cataract,
not
brother.
cataract shot. Yo, it's
Cataract.
not cataract.
I
No.
love
Brother, so
And
like,
cataract.
then you just have a random player a square the ball in the box and then you are hope say the right person are gonna be in
Yo,
the right place at the
you
right time.
notice every
Give me
time,
one
you
second.
notice every
One
time we
second, one
square the
second,
ball.
one second.
Every
Just give me
time
one
we
second.
square the ball, something happen. You notice? Every time we square,
Give
and the
me,
man them hardly a square.
brother, some of
give me
them
just,
because
give
JT
me just
and
one
touch on the
second.
same thing,
Every
Give
brother.
me just
time we
one
square the
second.
ball, we hit the post, bro. Man, hit the post or
But
something,
brother,
bro.
I
I
wanna, I
swear.
Brother,
wanna,
Jamaica
I
do
wanna
not, brother. Jamaica
understand.
do not play. We play wing ball. Remember, say, as a coach, me tell you, we play wing ball. Remember, go back to Cephas. Cephas have one thing about him game, brother. Him go wide, that's it. The man know say, if as a coach, me, I would tell my athletes say, yo, we're gonna take with that from him. Yo, if we take with that scheme of Cephas, him not do
But
nothing.
that's
Game
what they
done.
did to him in all those games.
Exactly. So
Yeah, not
as a
Curacao.
player, brother, as a player,
Yo,
maturity wise, you have to change your game. You have to learn say, yo, I have to have some kind of go to move. If that now work, I have to move to something else. Cephas do not
but
have that.
JT, me I
Him do
wonder
not
for
have
the
that, brother.
party and or just them
No,
shut him down. Cause the man
no,
them go
bro.
party, bro.
It's
So me
not
I
the
wonder
Brother,
if
you
I just
can't
that,
blame that,
bro.
brother. I'm more to it than that,
it's not
brother.
the
We have
partying,
to go
bro.
back, brother. Let me tell you something. We have to go back to the grassroots, brothers. Even 1-2 passes, brother. Sometimes I see the man might pass the ball back, and it's like bridging like the ball now flow accurately, brother. And the next thing we talk about is brother, Jamaica as a country, we are playing big World Cup game. You see look on the surface of the field, bridging. That's the next thing we not even touch upon that. Bridging, how
You
we are playing
can't
big World Cup game,
the
bridging. Our
surface of the
field looks
pitch,
so
the
dog.
Bro,
surface of the
that should
pitch.
be an advantage to us, bro. Just like
No, brother,
their
you
field,
can't. Come on, brother, you can't
bro.
use that,
Just
that
like
Hold on,
brother.
the
We should do
their
better.
field is
surface
an
of
Also,
the
advantage
we
to
surface
could
them.
do
We're
better.
supposed to.
the
Advantage
surface
what?
of
We
the
could
pitch
do
gone
better,
out the window
bridging.
as an excuse because far too long we see the foreign country them or the opponents come and Jamaica and play better football and the pitch. So
Exactly, we can't use that, brother. We could do better,
as bad
brother.
as the pitch is and we can admit that the excuse gone out the window already.
Yeah, true.
But
We could
bro,
do
If
better,
anything,
bridging.
as the
Like
man
we
says,
we, we,
supposed to suit Jamaica more.
we keep saying
Yeah, cause that's what me I say. Man, them other turf them I feel them advantage, but we're supposed to just beat the team. No turf thing, no nothing. Like,
it doesn't work, so we can't supposed to
yeah,
beat the team.
yeah, because
That's the difference. They're actually a team. We're just a put together a group of players. That's another different thing when I miss, brother. Curacao is actually a team that's been gelling and coming together. Jamaica is that assembly of players. That's it. We have never been a team. A team is able to recreate what they're doing over and
all
over
right,
again.
JT. Me agree. You look on the Argentina team. Are the same man them from last world? Not same exactly, but they have a striker from Atletico Madrid still there. The one there, I forgot his
One
name
down at
where they
Inter
talk.
Milan,
Man
etc.,
City.
etc.
Yeah, we
Are the
Yeah,
can't.
them
same,
still
yo,
maintain a lot of the
every
same
real
players.
teams. Huh?
I said them still maintain a good core of the same players from the last
I
one.
was,
Yes,
I was
bro. The
about
one,
to say,
the
like,
same
look at the
striker
11,
from
look at the
Man
11
City,
that
but we got
started.
Atletico Madrid that strike for them right now, bro. And them
good. All of them.
I
So
can
JT, JT, how do you propose getting that team spirit that you talk about?
It's not even about a spirit. That's the thing. Let me tell you who created a team for us. Um, Winford Schaefer had a team because when you had the Mackanoffs and those guys, because you can see he had a team where every time Jamaica went out there, we look competitive in the same manner. McCleary, Mackanoff, them controlling the midfield. We just look the same, and we, yeah, guys, my family, yeah. Then Hal Grimsey was
So
building. Hal Grimsey,
of the ones you're looking at so far,
Hal Grimsey was building a team as well. Hal Grimsey was building a team. The problem with Hal Grimsey's team is, I don't think Hal Grimsey's team fit the type of. I told you guys what happened. I run into Hal Grimsey's son in Copenhagen one night, out drinking, and he said to me, and I said, "Yeah, your dad is too defensive." It was a funny thing. We were in the WhatsApp group and we go in for a call on the WhatsApp group, and I say, "Oh, no, listen, bro, we meet Hal Grimsey's son here," and you hear what he said? That the Jamaican, but I guess his dad told him that Jamaican players don't like to defend. Hal Grimsey's whole mantra was building his team around defending. That's the same thing he did with Ireland to get results now. I don't think Hal Grimsey's way of playing football matches the ability of the players. You also have to look at the abilities of the players, the way you're building your team, bro. You cannot build a Argentina style team with Jamaican players. You're not gonna get that out of them. They're not those kind of players who move with the ball in tight spaces. You know what I mean? That's why I said Jamaican type of players look more to me like the French kind of players or some of those chaotic African teams. That's how that's how we look. I think if for us to get to a good team, we have to look, to me, a little bit how France plays and use black players with speed, some skill, and you get them to get the best out of them the way you set them up. That's just my theory. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? That's how I see.
JT, let's work with your theory. That would be a JFF decision.
No, that would be a well, it would be a
A coach.
JFF decision in the
mentality of the coach, bro.
in the hiring.
But the JFF are bringing the right coach because the JFF brought in Al Grimson, who had a pattern that according to JT did not suit the players. So
But we didn't find.
the right coach.
But Crispy, we found that out later. Cause remember, what happened was, Al Grimson got some good result with the Icelandic team. What they were able to do was be very stingy, don't give up a lot of opportunities, and take the 1 and 2 chances. The problem that I run into with Jamaican players and Hal Grimson's formula is this: Jamaican players are not disciplined enough to focus over a long period of time. To play for Hal Grimson, you have to be able to carry out your duty for 90 minutes.
Yeah, and the fans them too, JT. We don't like boring game. We like
exactly. That's exactly. So Al Grimson created a disconnect between the fans and the way how the team was playing, even though the team was improving.
But JT, I don't want to cut you, but listen, it's two different things. Al Grimson is like him not take no chat, and it's like what's his name? McClaren, him take too much chat or something, because one of the time you hear people them a chant the man them name and he jump and go through the man them on the field and like him and listen to bro, I don't know, bro. It's just
no McClaren.
I was against JT, I was against the speed thing, but right now when we settle in, bro, we have to just go with the team.
Listen,
bro.
McClaren is a politician. McClaren is a politician. You see how politicians are reactive. If a politician come and people are protesting and say road need to fix it, just send in the road people in the morning and you start some
just to please them.
Yeah.
Just to please them.
Look, listen how
JT,
McClaren speaks.
What you just said, JT, is what I've been trying to drive at. That there needs to be a synergy between the fans
the
I'm
federation.
the coach. I'm the coach, and how the team plays, and I am trying to figure out who is responsible for putting that synergy together. Is just bringing a coach in, and the coach does it himself,
And
or should
you know what
should
I
the,
think? Who is the man for it right now? That's why it's Rudolph Speid.
so JT, so
Well,
you're
we
saying
have no
that
choice. We have no choice right now, bro. We have to just go with the team, bro.
That's why
We,
it's
we have no. Well,
so so
me have no choice. Me don't know
so,
about
so,
you.
so, so you're saying that Rudolph Speid, okay, well, the
and here is
advantage
what
that Mr. And the advantage that Mr. Speed has is that he would have been hearing for a while the complaints of the fans. That's one advantage that he has
this is
over
this all right,
a new
crispy,
coach.
crispy. So now it look like it look like the algorithm kicking back in your head now. Cause that's what I was trying to say all along to people. Why I actually support Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed will actually because all right, people can underestimate fans and say fans on YouTube don't know what they're talking about, but they're giving you live data. You have, let's say you have 1,000 people on this screen here watching a game. That's 1,000 different opinion. You cannot be able to implement
JT,
everything.
everybody have a point. We can't underestimate. We are watching team, bro. Every
Yeah,
man
yeah,
will
yeah,
leave.
but
Every
you
coach
mentioned
will
you
leave.
mentioned a rapper. What that's I'm going to that point. I'm saying every fan, you cannot listen to every fan. But if you have 1,000 people watching and 700 that say the same thing, 700 of them can't a idiot, brother. You see what I'm saying? So the
Yeah, and
coach.
the coach a human being too, so him can take look into things that him and don't know God.
Yeah, man. Grimy family said, JT, you really say you rather Speed on any other coach now? Which, yeah, man, I rather Rudolph Speed than any other coach you bring in now. I told you guys, I'm standing on that 100% because I know what Jamaica problem is. Rudolph Speed knows what some of the problem is. And Rudolph Speed is actually communicating with JT Taylor, so I think that's one of his biggest advantage is hearing what I have to say. That's how much I believe in my ability, because I got it right twice. Under Theodore Whitmore, I'm the only person who came on YouTube and said that we're not going to World Cup. You remember, man? And me make cataract them talk about buckle people and them thing, you know. JT Taylor them start buckle first on YouTube, you know. I probably me first get the first buckle on YouTube, you know. And that was because when me say I wanted Jamaica to go to Costa Rica and lose so Tapa can get fire as quickly as possible. You know what happened?
Bro, I swear, JT, me don't know if I the same thing you say one day about you. It's like the man them say, yo, me want we lose so we get rid of algorithms, bro. Me I say what kind of thing man them a think, bro? Me I say what the
No,
fuck?
you see, guess what?
That
The time
me
Tapa
I
go down a
wonder what
Tapa go down a Costa Rica go draw and kick the buck down the road.
not
And
algorithms, so McClaren, sorry, algorithms to say.
yeah.
But
So
yeah.
sometimes you need a coach for you need certain things to happen. So what I'm saying is like, bro, I'm not, you see, with this thing where Mr. Speed is right now, JT is not coming on YouTube and try to pretty this thing up. Me sell out. Me sell out for Jamaica go a World Cup right now. Anybody who have a problem with that, brother, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Me sell out right now for Jamaica go a World Cup. Because I realize where we are. All Mr.
What that
Speed.
means sell out? Like you don't think they're going or you that
No,
just do any
no. Cause people want me
what
sit down on YouTube and beat Mr. Speed every day say, I know him a demand for job and conflict of interest. Me not have no time for that, brother.
Yeah, what's the sense of that, bro? The man is already sit down in
me,
the job right
me
now,
have
bro.
no time for that.
And we have the same team, so I know like say we
Yeah.
have the same team.
So me don't know where people want me do. The people
At the
them want
last game, we can't underestimate the first game, but the last game with Congo them, like bro, at that game the man look
yeah.
anything can go on, bro.
So as me
Anything.
say, a rapper, Mr. Speed have 3 or 4 things when he need to do. Cause if Mr. Speed win the first game and go into the last game and let's say Jamaica take it to penalty and lose, I think Mr. Speed done his job. Him can't go they go kick a penalty them. he would have done
No,
his
but
job.
it's like yeah, give Mr. Speed. Well. At the same thing, what I said about the coach right there, he mess up. But the last game, bro, the man them, the coach can't kick in the ball
It's
for
not
the
the
man
same.
them,
It's not
bro.
the same. It's not the same. The coach, brother. The
The coach
coach.
can't kick in the ball
No,
though for
no,
the
no,
man.
no. The game where the coach needed to take all the chances in was the
Yeah,
Trinidad game, brother.
Trinidad, he mess up. I can't say nothing about it.
Because remember, rapper, if you
Mess up
lose
from
in
before that.
Trinidad, statistically coming back to Jamaica, you're in the same position. You have to win a stadium. But if you
And why
win
wouldn't
in
you want to make it easier on your players them for the
yeah,
next
so
game? You gotta say, yo, we have
yeah,
to go win this and that.
yeah.
Like,
So if you win at Trinidad, all you need to do is draw a stadium. So take the
JT, me can
chance
ask you
in
something.
in Trinidad.
JT, me can ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
When you did that beat other coaches, you
Mm-hmm.
could have taken them out of the team.
Take out who out of the team.
You could have removed the coach by beating them on YouTube.
I think I had something to do with some of the coach and get beaten, brother. Get removed. I don't know, but me can't sure for me
Okay,
can't
so
determine.
because you know of your powers, you just don't want to beat this coach because you don't want him to lose the job.
Which coach?
Him like,
Beat which coach?
me can tell say you like Speed JT. Like as in,
No,
me just say,
which one I
you
coach
have,
him, Jason?
I have
Why?
never heard you take an approach. I've
Why?
never heard you take an approach. No, as a coach, you hear me say as a coach, you can't beat a coach because they are already in the job. So I just find it kind of interesting that now that Speed in the
No,
job,
I don't mean say
you
that
say it don't make no
a rapper
sense to
just
you.
said that a while ago.
No, you just
No, man. So
you just did a talk and you said, JT, you just say
Mm.
it don't make sense you come on YouTube until March and run off your mouth say the coach not right for the job.
So all in a March,
But
me now
what?
go beat Mr. Speed for the job. Mr. Speed is an interim coach right now.
Yes, and I'm saying that's a different stance from what you have taken with other coaches in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah, man, me kind of biased
That's
with.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, why me biased with Mr. Speed now? I saw Mr. Speed in Sweden, and he was there with a team and some other young coaches. And Mr. Speed was Mr. Speed was on the sideline, but he wasn't there dishing out instruction. Mr. Speed was actually there learning the game and just looking at different things and getting the experience to build himself up. And that tell me that Mr. Speed knew where he is or where he was as a coach and his capabilities. And he's a person, for me, as a Jamaican, who constantly try to improve himself as a coach. That's why when you look at a Marion Garden, a Theodore Whitmore, me no care. Theodore Whitmore can win all the prize if he go to heaven. I just think he's done here. Theodore Whitmore, them need to leave Jamaica, go show me say they get some respect, go build up themselves some license somewhere else. Marion Garden as well. Mr. Speed has done that work, bro. He has done that. It's like somebody at Jamaica go to Harvard and come back and we tell them say, yo, so you never there push on cards still, brother. I mean, I really rate you. No, I'm one of the people say, congratulations. I think you put in the work. You position yourself in the JFF in a way where you're valuable to a point now where you even select yourself. That's amazing.
JT,
in my world, world at least.
JT, I think you I mean, your position on Mr. Speed is inaccurate.
You cannot say it's inaccurate. You can say that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
No. But certain things are there are certain facts that cannot be denied. For example, Mr. Speed is the head of the technical committee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the technical committee, according to him, shortlists coaches and then put it to the board, and the board vote on one. That's a fact, right? So Mr. Speed has participated in the failure of the program. We can't absolve him of that failure. My position on Mr. Speed in general is
you're gonna say he's failing up. He's failing up. Me hear you say that a million times.
No, that's
he's
not
a part of the failing team,
That's not what I'm going to say. I was going to say there are good reasons for you, JT, to support Mr. Speed.
Very good
but
reasons.
There are also good reasons for people who are who do not support him.
Oh yeah,
And I am not going to.
Crispy. You know what's the funny thing is, Mr. Speed actually don't have problems with people who don't support him, because the people who don't support Mr. Speed don't really move the needle right now. They're not gonna change anything.
Yes, JT, but we can't on one hand say fans are important, and then on the other hand say the fans cannot move the needle.
Yeah, in this case, that's
You know
what.
what I mean?
But guess what? You gotta know when Crispy. It's like you are telling me, say, me need a lawnmower, and you tell me, say, me need a backhoe. We don't need a backhoe right now. We don't need everybody to like Mr. Speed right now. What we need is some people with some machete and something. We go chop down them 2-3 there in a match. We don't need a backhoe. You come in with backhoe and down a Alcan and go over Alpart.
Yeah, because nothing can change right now.
Me not depend that with no brother. Me just tell you.
Yeah, nothing can change.
No, JT, don't say no. Again, I am not. Like I said before, if you want to support Mr. Speed, fine. But in my opinion, other people who have legitimate reasons, there are legitimate reasons to be against his appointment.
JT, you want to hear the truth? What if the players them get it together and go win the 2 games? Then we're gonna start. We're gonna go crazy, you know. What if they get? We're gonna say what we're gonna say after that. We're gonna say a Speed, or we're gonna say a Speed, or we're gonna say the players them. We don't understand, bro.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
If them win the first game, bro, the second game, bro, anything can go on, bro. I can't go there and think we're gonna lose.
Listen, Mr. Speed have one job, brother. Win that first game. And that's what he should. And that's what I said. That's the difference. Mr. Speed sit down right now, brother. The man come up with him game plan. That's them things that what we talk about right now. Game plan. While people are arguing about Mr. Speed in the job, Mr. Speed are focused on him game plan.
Game plan was all right. JT, you're gonna if everybody come back, are you gonna start Casey Palmer, who's in the midfield? I start about the whole squad, but I say that look apart there. You gonna start Palmer them or how we go?
All right. So for me personally,
if everybody's available, you know,
we talked about Ravel coming back in the team, right? But Ravel, to me, you know, when I talked to Mr. Speed, he had some concerns over, you know, the funny thing, his concerns about what Ravel does on the field sometimes was things that I pointed out on YouTube this year. Where I said sometimes Ravel becomes a bit indisciplined, not in his behavior, but in nailing down the position where you want him to be. But the Ravel gets a pass for me, because we've seen him play a disciplined role in the game against Mexico away in the Nations League. We've seen him did that under Paul Hall. I said, listen, Mr. Speed, what you need to do is give Ravel clear instruction. Let's say if you can't play in that area there, you gotta come on for the field.
But we cannot test nothing right now, you know.
But that's what I'm trying to say. That's why it's important for like the 2 games that's gonna be a friendly game. You're bringing a Ravel Morrison.
We're gonna have friendly before that.
Yeah, there should be friendly game, but we're not gonna be able to get all the players. But fringe players like Ravel Morrison needs to come in. You're bringing a Ravel Morrison and see and start to point out, Ravel, in my system, this is the role that you need to play in that position. Because why this is, we're not asking Ravel. All I need from Ravel is fitness. His football ability is gonna carry out the rest of the job that we need from him. Jamaica has nobody who feeds the ball to your strikers or the wingers in dangerous areas. None.
That time I play over that last game and I'm a brain, bro. Bobby Reed, bro, and I open goal that, you know, the keeper just you kick the ball upon the keeper, bro. Everybody like. So you have a bench Bobby Reed, or you gonna start? You have a bench Bobby Reed, or
if the keeper is there, the goal is not open.
Bro, a real striker open goal that, bro.
No. Lionel Messi kick the ball and goalkeepers as well. I've seen it. I've seen Lionel Messi. I have seen Lionel Messi.
Me not call out Bobby. All of them me talk about, you know, bro.
No, you said
bro,
Bobby Reed.
You see the one where yo, you think you see the first goal where Boza get. You don't think I kick him where I kick him on the keeper, you know, like when the keeper stand up still, and
Rapper,
And you not get no
rapper,
corner out of it.
Yes, yes, exactly. You know exactly the PMA attack. That was
But
supposed to be a
he
goal, you know, bro.
get corner, or he did
No,
not
he
get
not
the
get no
corner.
corner.
Because he never touch. Keep
Bro,
and
you
kick it
tell me
away.
say you never touch, bro. Me I watch that thing over and
So we
over,
not
see,
see,
see
so
what
we not
happened.
see
Me I
it.
say, what happened this so? What
So we
happened?
not see it. We
See,
not
I
see
Eh?
it.
see people.
JT,
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of interesting to me because
Brother, me
as a
don't
person
want to
who
sit on the show and talk about goal when miss already, brother.
No man, we not talk about the goal. I try
Yeah,
move
it's
it. I move
not.
me I try
Yeah,
move it.
move
But
it
me I try
forward there,
tell
Grammy.
yourself
Move it
me I
forward.
try tell yourself just be straight and tell the people them straight up say, you see me?
See,
Are you
see me
dog?
tell, see, me
I'm a
tell them,
dog,
man.
I'm a dog, I'm a dog, dog.
No.
And that
No, man. Grammy, it's not just that, brother. You know, say before this whole thing right now, remember, me is one of the person I was actually. Somebody said, JT, oh, me, yeah, beat Mr. Speed from with you. Cause what I was saying to me, I say, Mr. Speed, I was saying this on YouTube. Oh, Mr. Speed get the job to advise McClaren and make him out there do up himself
I
like that.
just a few questions. I just a few
Mm.
questions me have pertaining to film assignments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to him over the years. Me know people can change their mind, change whatever for suit. Feed them,
Narrative.
right? Suit them, right?
Mm.
So in a sense, when you hear in the interview and a talk say the federation help players seek documentations and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the March window, earlier on you mentioned friendly, right?
Mm-hmm.
March, February league still a go on, January league still a go on.
Yeah. So the
Which
players
players
them,
them they club
yeah,
them? Which players them
I
they club are
think
gonna release for you?
them are gonna try get the players them. I don't know players who is in America and probably other players who some players who
So
are
That
isn't
no
that
make
so?
sense, JT. And the whole team have to play. That no make sense.
Man, JT not that. Hold on.
yeah.
So JT, isn't that a form of a kind of trying to find some players for the match window?
Not really.
So okay, so all right,
Want me tell you the
okay.
role?
Using the players in
Want
the
me tell you what that
hold on now.
signifies? All right.
You just said some USL America players, not saying USL, but players of the America, where them league is kinda at a lower level because we know
I didn't say
probably
that,
the
you know. I didn't say
championship.
that. I didn't say that.
Okay, so where the players are gonna
I'm
come from?
saying that
Just
if you also look, a lot of our players are not starters, you know. So the attempt is
but
the
how
attempt
much
is gonna
minutes they
be
get?
made for players who are kind of at their club not playing as well. That we think can help the
Tell me
team.
some. Tell me some. Hold on now. Tell
JT
me some now.
Eh?
JT
JT, tell me a few.
on a scale of 1 to 10, JT, as a former footballer,
Me can't,
you know,
me
I want
want to
to.
explain something first and then me take that question there. The thing
Okay,
that
go
Grimy
ahead, go ahead.
saying, the and local and rapper, the game doesn't necessarily signifies finding new players. It's also you
Okay.
having a new coaching staff as well coming together to assemble a team. The coaching staff has to get kicking off too, you know. Remember, say you have three
Mm-hmm.
past players coming. Miguel Coley
So
and Mr.
that
Speed never
so
worked together
so
before
that
too.
so that I tell you say yeah, them are gonna try them tactics in a them look at
Yeah,
two
you
games
can
there.
try it with some
See if
games.
it
Yeah,
what I just said if
exactly.
I try me just say something to you about experiment and you said no.
No, I thought you may. I didn't hear that. I thought I missed that. My
Because
apologies.
basically
Yeah.
them are go experiment because the coaching staff don't know nothing about each other, no
Hmm.
game plan, nothing. So them are go sit down,
Yeah.
choose some player for the friendly. If we get the friendly, we get the friendly,
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
want to say
happen, man. The
right?
something, but
friendly is
we just
And
say a
happening.
if
JT
hmm?
attack to bro. JT,
Hmm?
the whole team have to practice together,
No,
bro.
it doesn't
Like,
work.
you
But brother,
can't
no man, in a
you
whole team no, the
can't
whole
work,
team
bro. There's
don't
no
have to
FIFA
practice
window, bro.
together, you know.
or play
There's
together. You
no
don't think so?
no, it don't have to, you know. But what when me I try to get JT at is
Me agree
brother
with when you
are
explain
the
it the other way.
same
I agree.
team,
I agree. When you
are the
explain it,
same
yeah.
team, same players, brother. Me not brother.
No, bro. Listen. So, Grammy. Okay. So, for example, right? Let me just break down this a little bit, people. Right, the thing never on. Let me just break this down for a little bit, people. For example, when you look at how Rudolph Speid set up his team, two players that I think is gonna play a key role in a Rudolph Speid's team. One is gonna be a Norman Campbell, a Tyrese Campbell, those kind of players. Two players.
Which one of the Camber? Charlton?
Yeah, and a Roman Borrell. These are three players right there, so.
Oh, we have so many players, bro.
No, bro,
Holy.
you're not even listen to me. I say, brother, it's not a.
I hear you. Make it land, man. Go on, JT. Land.
Bro, if we're planning to press, it's not you can't just talk about all of the players them we have for press, brother. You have to talk about the players them who can give you that high octane pressing. Look how Cavalier played in the Caribbean Cup. Those players are lesser quality players, but what did they have? They had the ability to run and press. Remember, the Cavaliers are true. Calvin's never good make Cavaliers no beat Inter Miami, you know. Those are lesser.
Nice, man.
No, at home. I'm talking about the first game. I don't know if you watched the first game.
No, but me feel say them get robbed in Miami too. They score the goal and them call it. Maybe on the far side.
Like him never watch a game. Calvin's miss all one goal like him kick down all himself. Like I don't know what him do. Him get a ball and the box and him kick down himself. Like you see me?
And rob them in Miami too, bro. To me.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like when you look on the engine of a Calvin's, right? I would say a Norman Campbell is a better version of a Calvin's. A higher octane player, give you more running. If you plan to press, brother, if you plan to press, you want to play them two players there on the field. If you plan, if you go try the same something, just line up Leon Bailey on the right,
okay, so feel match.
Your opinion different from mine, brother.
No, I'm asking you, if the country fails March, what are you planning to do with the coaching staff or the team? It's just your opinion. May I ask you? I don't know what you're going to do.
No, but as the president says, Miguel Coley, who a lot of people talked about in the past, is in line to be now. And why I would support Miguel Coley being the head coach after, if it doesn't work, Miguel Coley now would have years to both build this team, recruit, and just create a team out of what he wants it to be as a Jamaican coach.
Rudolph Speid will do what? Be the assistant?
No, Rudolph Speid is going back to his club and his job, brother.
JT, if the team does not qualify, head should roll, JT. Some people have to be removed, JT.
Go do it now. That's what I try to tell you, brother. Say you don't understand.
No, we can't do it. We can't do it, you know. We just ask you. Okay with this, you know. We just say,
brother, how much people against Donald Trump? You go and go take him out now.
The entire JFF business in Jamaica is just very weird to me. It's just very weird.
No,
the JFF, the government give the JFF money. The public's money, right?
Where's the government giving the JFF the public's money? How does the JFF get funding, Crispy?
The government give the JFF for example. When the girl won, when the girl performed well in that.
How much money how much money the government give the JFF?
The JT, I don't know, but based on my understanding that the government
so
had assisted the JFF.
Funding, what the funding should do, what JFF do with the funding?
I am saying that money is the public's money, Jamaican people money. And the government, any
brother, Jamaican people have money to fund JFF.
No man, make him man talk, no man. Even if
brother, the panel and I listen to them thing, and brother, we want to try to make a point, you know, bro.
Yeah,
the government is responsible. And the government.
Crispy, you know, me have to tell you this, man. Do a little research before you talk to me about this here. A majority.
Yeah, me here talk about government.
Brother, Crispy, a majority.
Are you saying that?
Crispy,
are you saying that? Are you saying
what you're getting at? What is the point you're trying to make? Even if the government have funded JFF, what's the
point? I did not say I did not say the government is funding JFF. I did not say that. I did not say that. I said if JT.
Okay, you said the government give JFF money. You said the government give JFF money because of the girls.
performance.
Yes, and I am saying if the government is giving the JFF money, which is public money, and then the public cannot have no say regarding how the JFF operate.
No man, you can't. No, there's no. Come on, no man. Come on, no man. Crispy man. There, which government, which fan or which fan base have a say in the world, in a one team in the world where you can see a fan
Sir, I have seen the Mexican team does not perform well, and the Mexican fans outrage, and the coach is fired over that. Brazil same way, Argentina same way.
Listen. The fans are just attack. They now go for the place. Mexico people then go out in a road block, mash up a car, and them stop there. Until you and 10 somebody started, people will join. But Jamaican people will not do that. Only thing them will come on YouTube and talk, bro.
Yeah, but here, Carla, also in support of his point that he's trying to make in terms of the public and Jamaican funding and the government funding it. I think it's also fair, for the people who are contributing to the country to have a voice, right? So a person who has bring up these type of points and say if the Jamaican public is funding it or whatever, they should have a point. If a man now support the Jamaica in some form or way, he can't come and leech off of that neither too, You can't come on a program and leech off of that and say, oh, I have a voice because the government. You're not contributing to the country neither, brother.
No, but once you're born Jamaican, you have to
No, I know so that if you're born Jamaican, you're Jamaican.
What I mean.
But guys,
if
just
somebody
one
is born Jamaican, a man can't come tell them say the man are Jamaican because this and that.
But if me
you don't know what they
but if me but said but what me answer, brother? A bulk of the funding for most of the federations comes through FIFA.
No, the funding is not my problem.
Yeah, the little money where
do the right
a cup soup money Jamaica get, cup soup money you get from the government. Crispy, look up the funding, okay? How much funding
that's the right thing then
actually get allocated to the JFF
yeah,
from the government.
Say general. Now watch no money this because guess what? Even the funding, players, them
listen, even the funding is an investment, If the country, if the club do not club, if our country do good in a football, that are gonna bring in revenue too.
Money to help.
Investment. So if we do good, if we make it to World Cup, then get this, then get that.
Yeah.
So, investment
thing help the grassroots, so you can start selling some players, more players.
Yes, and Crispy don't even understand. You see football,
but right now. JFF, I just the right thing, JFF, bro. JFF now do the right thing.
And let me add something to that, Crispy.
Oh, JT, one thing, sorry. Before, when you ask, can Speed attack, see? When you ask him, because everybody may ask.
JT, my response to you.
Hold on, let me ask him a question. The question I want you to ask, right? You can ask Speed too. How does Jamaica team select? How the advisors and the coach select Jamaica team based on what?
Me not gonna ask him that. You know why?
A good question though, but
why me not gonna ask him that is even if me get the answer, he not gonna really do nothing.
Yeah. Why he not gonna do nothing? It go show the people them say how so when the people them are alright.
Another role them want. Me not want to play that role.
For instance. You're asking a question, I never tell if a player.
Yeah, but that's why I said me no want to ask that the question because it's an actual role.
Do you know how it picked then?
No, that's what I tell you say at this point our concerns are different. Me I don't have the same concerns right now. Me not have no concern about we just want the best 23 combination and the right combination of players on the field, and we plan to play the football in an aggressive manner where we are pressing teams playing high. I have the best players out there to get a specific job done and get those 2 games over the line. After that, people can fight out all the administration stuff, who need to get fired, who need to get ad, them do that. But my thing was I would love to see Jamaica on the screen in the World Cup. So me and the other, me not have the same concerns as other
people. If you got to America, me there, brother, me just see sitting in Japan, brother. One day Atlanta, me want go watch it, brother.
Yeah, so that's what I said. Me not really get this. I'm not getting distracted by the other stuff right now.
Yeah, we're not getting distracted. But are you sure this guy can do it?
we're not
You
sure
think
that.
what makes you think this guy can do it?
Are you sure there's
If
a? Are you sure there's a God? You know this. We don't sure about nothing right now, right?
me sure says if me sure say what?
You sure there's a God?
If me sure there's a God,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna help you, you know. You know why I'm gonna help
But me
you?
ask you, answer that. You sure there's a God? I me believe there's a God, but some people don't
Yes, me
believe that.
believe. Of
So
course, me
so.
sure I me believe, but me tell you this now.
Mm-hmm.
The next team, the next people them over there, I believe in a God too. Then I pray for win too and God World Cup.
No, I just use
So
that.
what God I gotta do?
No, no, no,
Me I
guy.
try show you say no, me
Yeah, it's just
understand what you're
a
saying
reference.
now.
What you
It's just
call
a
that?
reference what you
Rapper, I
say
never
to what
get him.
you're
No get him.
saying
I
now.
say.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
me get what you say, JT, but me I try to show you say people saying it the same way like how you say it. I hope God help Jamaica because we just
No,
want. You
that's
see
not
me?
what we're
But me I
saying, bro. That is not
me
what
know say
God.
another that you are say. Me know say another that, but that's why I say people are actually say it. You are draw it as a reference, but people are actually saying and I say the ball round and everything. Jamaica. So me
Okay.
ask the questions, the ball round all the time. Prove it to me when he help and why you think it a go help now. Prove it to me why you think this man a go help if we got a World Cup. Then you
But I
use a
point
long.
out
I'm
those
just
things.
saying, you
Yeah,
get
me
what I say?
point out those
But
things to the world.
everybody have them opinion. You have to go shame me, no JT. And him have to go shame me, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the
I,
point. The point is like we're not even setting out
Have
for
to go
shame
shame me,
people
dog.
because what we're
Yeah, man,
doing
him have
here
to go
is, for
shame me.
me, I just think that it's like, let me see now, if there's a company, for example,
If you did want to give Miguel Cole the work, you could have given him for now.
this is I I wasn't 100% sold on Miguel Coley getting the job right now, and my reason for that is as well. I'm kind of
No,
I was
when I heard them mention the assistant part of it, I just like bringing him as an assistant. Why not giving him the job then from now and make him go on for no say
no, no, I
him.
don't think so. I think because he's an assistant in a reserve team in Qatar, I don't think you give him the job right now. I think he gets his feet wet in there first. Actually, Miguel Coley, me and
Okay,
Miguel
so
Coley go the same high school. I'm kind of like not impressed that him still get
JT,
there so long. I do that. Assistant a Qatar to a reserve team,
assistant
assistant
of a
reserve
coach,
team of a reserve
assistant of
team.
but you are
JT.
gonna bring him in as an assistant for international team
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
and
So
he's hold on now, but he's the person we are leading him. Never had an international,
yeah,
never
but he's
coach
a head coach of a
overseas.
team that won
But he's
competitions as well. So we have to put
okay.
that in and
Put that in consideration.
is a person who won a
Yeah, man, put
competition.
it in a perspective. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we're not gonna agree on that. I'm not gonna spend the rest of my show going back and you have your point of view on that, brother. Me have my point of view. Me telling you where me stand on this, and that's where we are. Let me read a few comments here. Jamaican people love this. The government does give the, and guys, listen. Government giving funding through sports and different sports. Sports not just represent for the the JFF. It's also for youth development. It's also a way to stem crime as well. I think a lot of people that don't say unintentionally sports is kind of a program where you get youths to go in a different direction from where they predominantly maybe would have, take up crime or other bad behavior. Sports is a way to focus kids in a certain direction as well. So funding, I don't see the government putting money into football as them supporting just the JFF. Because the JFF is not up there like eating more beef patty when the government give them the money. It's actually being spent on something. Um, so yeah, I am running football. Yeah, Jamaica money, brother. When you change out that, I don't even think of $5 that for help. No, yeah. So
Can I say something?
who's sponsors them? Bro, I would never. I don't want to work for the JFF. Who you, brother? You just come from over Ryan Channel. You're right. It's the same thing every time I have my show. I'm not here to work in the JFF or anything, brother. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, work. I'm not John Wall trying to work virtually. See me? Any job me I do, brother. Me have my own projects them where me want to get over the line in my life. Things I want to see build out. I'm just
yo,
saying,
JT,
yeah.
I don't want to cut your boy. We are kind of tame compared to our the fans them, like earlier the brother was saying, the other countries them, bro. Like what do you see how Liverpool go lose? I know international that, but Liverpool go lose so much, bro. Now, was something with the people that must send me. I said, it look like I world at end for them, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man,
what
I
the
was a
hell.
fire slot right now, and he wanna But guess what? The reason is because s- just like what Slot did, what McLaren was trying to do right now. Slot went and win a cup, not with his team. That wasn't his team. Why you think Slot? I don't think Slot brought in more than 2 or 3 players when Klopp left. That off season he did nothing because he's like, crap, I got one of the best team in the league. I just need to play some defense and win it. That's all he did. No, he's building his team and it's chaotic. It's all over the place.
Yeah, but I just a fans
Um,
comparison I was using though. You know that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
when I brought up the government funding, I don't want, okay, funding, fine, let's use that word. I do not like the attitude when the fans complain, when people retort, you can't do anything. And I am putting it out there that that's incorrect.
Do it there, crispy. Do it. Do it.
No, JT, it's not a matter of me with or not. I am saying that position to say the reality is not so.
But crispy, and it's
Because
because
the
crispy.
fans
You
let me
do,
finish. You
no,
guys let me
crispy. No,
finish.
because
I'm
I don't
making the
want
point across.
crispy.
The fans them been calling shots, bro. The fans them been calling shots, bro.
No, but
You guys
crispy.
don't want
No,
me
no,
to
no. But
finish the
the
point.
reason why we're doing that is because you're going down into what you don't even understand is one of the biggest thing that get football in our country in trouble is even when government gets involved. That's one of the things that
Okay.
FIFA hates the most. Government
Okay,
intervention
fine.
in football. So your thing
Okay,
is
fine.
that's what I'm trying to say. You're not in
Oh,
JFF. You're
JT,
not in it.
fine.
So how can you get them out? What can you tell us how you're gonna get them?
Okay, fine. For the last World Cup, for the girls, the JFF gave the government gave the JFF $20 million for that preparation.
I'm not asking about that. Crispy, how are you gonna get
For
out
the
who you want to
let
get
me
out?
finish. Let me
You mean
finish for the
20 million
2010.
Jamaican
What's
dollars?
wrong with that though? What's wrong? Are you saying something wrong with
Let
that?
me finish. Let me finish. What's wrong with you people? This is ridiculous.
No, but is bro, you want like some bro, me short, but crispy the short turn into what happened with our campaign now
In
to
2010,
funding.
again, I am not saying anything is wrong with what I'm just saying.
All right, I just let people. I just let Crispy talk. Crispy always. I'm a virgin on a politics channel, but Crispy always wanna go into politics and money and 20 million, and I don't have time for that. I really don't have time for 20 million right now. I don't have 20 million worth of time right now, bro. It's like you know what I mean. I said, Jamrock, we have 2 games that we have Mr. Speed them and Jamaica need to get over the line in March and Jamaica to get Jamaica in the World Cup. I have no time to talk about Bobsy Grange, money and government. I'm concerned about the play on the field. You see me I say? Cause Crispy now gonna stop talk. He want to turn every show into a politics argument. I don't want to gangster for life. You know, so you can get that content over Ryan or something, brother. But you can talk about how much JFF I make and how much I'm losing the money. I don't really have time for that. So I'm not really into that tonight. I'm sorry, man. My show nuts. I don't because he's gonna talk and he's still not gonna have the facts about certain things. If you're talking about changes in the JFF body and the structure is set up a way where outsiders cannot just go in there and plunge people out. And governments cannot intervene in FIFA business. Nigeria had massive problems with that. I don't want to entertain anything to do with government intervention in changes into Jamaica Football Federation. That's the first way to get FIFA to start sanction you and get you back in problems with FIFA. FIFA and government is like church and state. You know, they coincide and they're entangled in what is the society, but they still have to operate as independent entities in a way. You know what I mean? So what Crispy is saying, I just wanted to know how you're gonna get people out of the JFF, and you're not. You're not. You're not gonna. You don't have a vote. You're not involved in football in Jamaica. On the board. So what are you talking about? How are you gonna get them out? Like, what are you gonna do? If you can answer that for me, tell me how you're gonna get out. And Mr. Ricketts, unless he decides to leave, you cannot. How you gonna get out of Rudolph Speid unless he decides to walk away? You cannot. You can talk and sound articulate till God come. JT, regulate the show. It is not fair for us to invest our time thinking we are on the show when we are. No, I'm muting the show now. When I don't want Crispy to drag my show down in the direction that he wants to do that. So I turned it down. So when the show gets back on track, I unmute. Else I have to give him the show. I'm like, I love to let people talk, but I turn him down very low right now. That's just a fact. When the show gets back on track, then the show is unregulated. As for now, I regulate it. Yeah, so I just don't want to be talking about things that I cannot change. Yeah, big up yourself, emoji boss. I cannot change that. And for me, like, discussing things when I can't change, bro, it's nonsensical to me. It's like me, right? It's like me talking about like me can solve the war down in Ukraine. Like, I can't, bro. I cannot. Like, my brain don't do well. Like, talking about pointless things. I cannot change it, bro. Me can't change that, brother. Just let Chris Peters do him thing, dog. Can you see it? He wouldn't have stopped talking yet. But I still are going. So we just turn Crispy all the way down, bro. We go into the World Cup, JT. Emoji boss, yeah, one of the man them too, the company show. Yeah, I'm presser. As I said, I always give credit for that. When we hired McClaren, he says, JT, this is one of the worst things Jamaica can do. We didn't need a coach, we needed a manager at that point. You called it right. I always remember back people them credit, Boston. I don't know where he's playing, but as I said, he's not on the team. I'm just saying Norman Campbell is a better version. JT, you can mute him on the call, and tell him to move on. Okay. I think did Wayne them join the call or Wayne them join the call and leave? Yeah.
Run a show, JT. Run a show.
Yeah.
I
I turned it down a long time, man, for you guys, and I had it muted because I know Crispy is just gonna go off on that. I cannot, as I said, it's like me trying to end the war in Ukraine. I can't. I can't get out Mr. Ricketts. I can't get out Mr. Speid. That's me. Like, I know my capabilities. Talking about it is one, but let me see somebody go and do it.
And nobody say you should.
No, but talking about it, what does it do, Crispy? Me talking about it, what does it do?
There are many things that is talked about here that we cannot quote and do not about. We talk about policy all the time. Like, stop even
me on this show. I talk about policy on this show.
People need to stop. If you take a side or whatever, fine. No, but if other people have a different opinion on the issue, they have a different opinion on the issue.
No, Crispy,
I don't have an opinion. I don't care about Mr. Speedy being in the job.
Crispy. So my show, if you track back, I'm one of the persons on YouTube who always says, I don't care. I don't watch how much the JFF is making. I don't know how much. If somebody said JFF a thief money, this is what I always say on my show. My show, I'm mostly concerned about the football, my friend, because I can't control. I don't know the books.
Yeah, because it turned into politics after that, bro.
There's no nothing is wrong with politics.
That's why, but crispy. That's why I separate the channels. We have a channel where we talk politics. So I try to
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
football.
but we can't say things that are incorrect, and when they are being corrected, there's a problem.
But what are we talking about now? What part are we now?
The team, bro. Let's get back to the team, bro, and the
That's
future, bro.
yeah. That's what it. The only thing is, as I said, guys, and I point out why I support Mr. Rudolph Speid at the point here. I think he's the man for the job. He has proven himself at the local level. He has gotten the proper license to coach. And I think he's been preparing himself for this moment. And cause first when all the stuff kick off on YouTube, Mr. Speed, crap, how you deal with all this stuff? The fans, Mr. Speed was just laughing like, yeah, man, I'm preparing I'm getting ready to work on preparation, how we want to play, and the players who want to get in for his game. I said, okay, that got me more excited because that's how I feel. Because
And
go ahead, Rafa.
JT,
Let me ask the panelists a question. Do you think we need to go into this qualifying final round with a new set of guys? Since the same group of guys fail us for Gold Cup, the same group of guys that fail us for the World Cup qualifiers, don't you think we should go with a different set of group?
No.
I think yes.
I think
yes.
I think you go in with the ones that you need for a role, because then you're gonna have to get 23 other players, which is
JT.
JT, I see your point, but I'm saying like if the CM set of group of guys fail us twice before, I feel like if we interject a new set of players, I feel like we get a clearer mind, different attitude, and a fresher start.
I think we've seen almost all the players them almost, but
not necessarily.
It's frustrating when you like a player game and you not see them back again. Like JT was saying, Norman Campbell, bro. Them you know what I'm saying? I think that you would do good in the team, but there's no room or something. I don't know, or overpick the team or what. Some of them, me like them game, but you know, see them back again, yo. Not ever.
Norman Campbell played yesterday, and Norman Campbell team lost. Norman Campbell was one of the better players on the field. I gotta mute Garfield because he's in at the gym. Norman Campbell was one of the better players on the field. Norman Campbell coach said here in Denmark, right? Because in Denmark they don't really play that speedy football. It's pass. He said after a while he has to just let Norman Campbell play his game because he has a hell of an engine. Again, that's somebody who. So if he has a hell of an engine,
it's like a mini CFAS to me, like
him while too, him while he have like a bull cow in him too, him while like bull cow more time, But I think Denmark is helping his game, because he's learning a bit more how to pass. And sometimes they even play him in the number 10 role here. I wouldn't play him in the number 10 for Jamaica. I'm playing him on the right-hand side. And I'm playing Tyrese Campbell on the left. And I'm having two players pressing. And as I already said...
I like how you bring up Tyrese Campbell too. Because even, I don't like, man, go back to last game. But I think if the coach never get pressure into putting in Kaim Dixon, I like Kaim Dixon.
No, I'm dropping Kaim Dixon this game. We should drop Kaim Dixon for those two games.
No, I'm not feel drop. Just put him on at the right time.
No, I think you drop him. I think it's gonna be a big man 2 game. And if you don't plan to play him, we drop him now for those 2 games. He can come in the future. That's what I come back to again, Rapper. You need 23 players out there who can help you now.
Damn, that's a big decision though, bro.
It's a small decision. He's in the 4th division right now. It's a small decision. He's barely getting on the field for Crawley. He's barely getting on the field for Crawley.
No, but it's not the division. It's the production for the national team. I feel say. Cause even we know you beat Holgate sometimes, but you see Holgate, bro. He's a good player to me.
I'm calling Holgate. I would start Holgate at centre back if it was me and play Richard King in the middle.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just beat him on winger style. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You just
yeah.
say yeah.
I
Right.
think he has some fight in him.
JT, the same argument you made why Kyle Dixon should not play, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have made a similar argument,
Mm-hmm.
and World War III occurred.
But
I
it's
mean,
on the
you
arc.
know,
Yeah, you got.
this is the problem. Sometimes I wonder if it's who says something and not what being said.
Maybe at the
You know what I
time,
mean?
no. At the time,
Sometimes
the
I wonder.
timing too, bro.
Sometimes I wonder if it's who is saying the thing, or the problem
But
is
crispy
actually
here,
what is being
if
said.
from a football
I said the same thing.
no,
No,
but
no, the crispy, you have no fans to bro. So now watch the
yeah,
haters. You have
but
no fans to.
here where crispy not discussing football sometimes in context, right? In the context
Yeah, and
where
him always think somebody a challenge him. Like even
yeah,
if you say something, you always think somebody a challenge you, bro. Man just a say something
yeah.
like towards what you
You
have
see,
say.
in the
No man can challenge you.
context, in rapper, I would pick Kaheem Dixon under as Coach McClaren or a Paul Hall as the coach. You see the style of play how me see Mr. Speed coaches team.
Yeah,
He
that's some big man.
you
Oh, I
need
know.
stronger players we can run and give you the robustness there. Kaim Dixon not gonna give us the high octane team that we need to build and press people. And when them get the ball, just come push them down or drag down in shirt.
But every team have one of them. Mexico have some like one little young player with them chewing at the game and start sometime to win, bro. Like every team have that little young player where
Jamaica is not Mexico,
he
though,
can't
right?
play in a big league, but him just at the country, bro.
Yeah, but that's
Carla, are you sure that Mexico fraud equivalent Kyle Dixon to start, or they have a player on the bench
Them
and
have
put
this
him on
one young player,
in
bro.
garbage
Them
time?
man bad, but they just have him, Them
restoring
start
the
him one and two
Caribbean
time.
Cup. I think the Caribbean Cup makes no sense, bro. Football is big now. I think the Nations League. I think the Nations League is perfect uptown. In Jamrock. I think the Nations League is a high. The Nations League help. I think will provide more help for Caribbean and CONCACAF teams because they're playing higher level competition and it's more meaningful at the end of the day. So the Nations League, I don't think we go back to the Caribbean Cup. It's a West Indies cricket thing that, where Jamaica play St. Kitts and we play. We don't have time for that, brother. Right now, I would want Jamaica to play Brazil them more often. That's the only way you're gonna raise the threshold, not keep playing St. Vincent.
Yo, all the World Cup group what we in there, bro. If we make it, bro, we can beat two of them team there, bro. I'm here, bro.
Yeah,
The hell, yo.
Jamrock he lost yesterday. Randers lost yesterday, right? I've seen a little bit of the game. FC Cole lost as well. And Norman Campbell, you see the level of fitness, the strength. Tyrese Campbell as well. Remember, I'm not. If I was Rudolph Speid, in that case, I'm not starting a Leon Bailey and I'm not starting a Demar Gray because they're not gonna be able to press for me.
You think Rudolph Speed is gonna stand up to those guys, brothers and say, yo, man, I'll start.
No, guess what? If one man we would not start them Monday, you better know say it's Rudolph Speid.
Yeah. And he not gonna care if the man them have all feelings and thing.
Bro, you heard Mr. Speed on YouTube for how much here. Does Mr. Speed look like a person who really care?
Sometimes,
Mr. Speed is gonna press. Let's use your game plan that you're putting forth. Mr. Speed is gonna press, right?
Yeah.
But don't slip belly at all then.
No, but it doesn't work. That's why I say you discuss football very weird, bro.
No, it's not a matter of weird.
Yeah, because
I mean,
Bailey half it there, bro.
Crispy.
What you mean?
You see why Crispy? You have a listen, brother. Football, bro, you're driving me nuts tonight, dog. Bro, football is this, brother. You don't press for 90 minutes, bro. You have points in the game where the game change. And you bring on a player like a Leon Bailey or a Demar Gray. And then you shift. That's why I keep telling you early on when you did that talk about the long ball. It's a dynamic thing. You change throughout the game. Jamaica can be pressing a certain way, right? And we're getting the team to turn over the ball. but our wingers are still not making use of their chances. So what you do, you maybe risk take out one of the winger that you see that the wing back is holding up more, the stronger side. You maybe take you off a Tyrese Campbell on the left, and you bring in a Demar Gray who can cut in and shoot, and he's giving you
Okay, so
something else. And you're changing the game. That's at a different point of the game, bro. It's not like we're gonna leave them. We cannot go by how you
but you
think
see,
about football, bro.
okay, Mr. Speed is pressing, assuming that the opposing coach has some brains. He's going to see that game plan, and let's say he counter that game plan, right? Then what?
That's what we talked about, dynamism in the game, where
because remember, you know, with me, I don't want to go back, but
yeah, exactly. You're
McClaren,
gonna run out of steam, brother. It's like any good coach.
No, JT.
If the coach, if with our game plan, and it is counteracted, say by the 20th or 30th minute, the opposing coach change up to counteract that plan. And does something else. Does your player selection changes at that moment in the 30th minute? Are you going to wait until the 50th minute or 60th minute to bring on Leon Bailey?
Wait, what would you do? If you're a coach with a brain, how would you do? What would you do?
You know, I am starting Leon Bailey if he's available.
No. I'm not talking about starting Leon. I'm talking about the scenario that you gave me to give you an answer. What would you do in that scenario, barring Leon Bailey not starting?
If my game plan is being countered, I have to counter what the opposing coach is doing. I'm pressing now. I use a press now. Maybe I'm playing through on the middle. So
you don't think that Mr. Speed has the ability to do what you just thought of? That's what I just said. What you're because you gave us an answer that Mr. Speed could have given you that answer as well. That's what we are trying to say, Crispy. He's gonna do the logical thing.
What I'm trying to figure out from you is that okay, Liam Bailey starts on the bench because you're proposing starting out pressing, right?
No, bro. It's just a possibility. I'm not picking the starting lineup in bro. I'm just.
I know, JT. I know. I'm just playing out the scenario and hypothesizing.
If Bailey is healthy, he's starting, bro. He's healthy. That may just not think that coach are gonna just bench Bailey if he's healthy.
Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out. Let's hypothesize that Liam Bailey does not start. At what point in the game will you, JT, bring him on?
No, there's not a set point where you bring him on. You're bringing him on based on your assessment on where the game is going.
The vibe of the game, you can't just go make that decision.
It can be a thing where it can be a thing where Leon Bailey don't even play, because let's say I have a team out there, and I know that I see that both of my wingers are tracking back very well, helping my wing backs where we look solid defensively. And I'm up by 1 goal. I'm not putting on Leon Bailey to come help my team. I'm not putting on Leon Bailey. I'm going for a more defensive player. If they then equalize closer to the 90 or something, I know that we potentially can go into overtime and penalty. I start getting some fresh legs on, but I would set a time for myself and said, okay, if we're still up 1 here, I need to start so can I lock shop for another 15 if they pull back? Because one of the things that you don't want is like what Hal Grimson did wrong in the US game, where he pull off Cephas and pull off all the attacking players, and we went into overtime with US with 10 defenders on the field. You know what I mean? So you have to. That's why I always question. Remember, I used to question Hal Grimson game management as well. He's bad at that. His game management was bad. His substitution was very bad. That never changes for me. Because people say Hal Grimson qualify Ireland for the World Cup. He didn't. They're in the playoffs just like Jamaica. Let's make that very clear. He's in the World
Cup. Yes, JT. Ireland is in the playoff, but wouldn't you agree that under tougher circumstances? that Ireland
No, I don't
road
think
to
it's
the
on.
World Cup
Here why I
is
don't
more
think it's
challenging.
here why I don't think it's under tougher circumstances. I think Ireland is a more disciplined team than Jamaica. So though Jamaica pathway might seem easier, by how terrible we've been as a team, we've made it 10 times harder. 'Cause remember, I don't think
Agree.
Jamaica, I don't think Jamaica,
I agree
crispy.
that
I don't think
we,
Jamaica
we
have
have
a
made it
team. I
harder.
don't think Jamaica actually have a team. As I said, no, Jamaica compiles a group of players together each window to get a result.
I agree with that also.
So that's why I said to you, Crispy, the 23-man squad and the combination on the field from Mr. Speed and his instruction is what's gonna get it over the line. And if he creates a situation where he thinks he can play them same player, we are drop back in our 18-yard box for tackle and defend, we don't even pass New Caledonia. I wouldn't be surprised if New
You
Caledonia
know,
beat
I, I,
Jamaica. I wouldn't be
I, I,
surprised.
I mean, I have a fundamental principle or I think the team should be selected, and I'm going to stand by it.
Yeah, and it's just I'm looking at the Cavaliers team that won the Caribbean Cup, and I thought they were one of the fittest teams I've seen in CONCACAF at that time. I'm talking about also in international football. Those guys were
Um,
fit.
because I think, for example, let's look at Liam Bailey, for example. He used to play for Aston Villa, and he was loaned out to AC Roma, right?
He's there now. That's where he is now.
Yes, and I think I'd ask you if we're going to bring AC Roma into the Premier League, and you said they could compete in the Premier League.
Of course, dude.
So Liam Bailey is still on a Premier League level team in Italy.
Yeah, but it's not about but that's what's a crispy. Me and you
Hold
don't
on,
look.
JT. Let me finish now. So at the highest level of football, whether I like it or not, Liam Bailey is rated highly.
Yeah, but crispy,
You know what I mean?
me no want to go back over this with you again, brother. Me not tell you, so we don't look at football the same way, bro. I don't want to.
Okay.
You're picking a FIFA video game team, brother. Football is picked. A team is picked on personnel to carry out a specific job. The best teams, bro. Like your thing is this player's rated 87 on FIFA. This player's rated 89. You should be those like that's how you pick football team, bro. I don't pick team like that.
Not necessarily because for example, when Tuchel said, he's not picking, for example, a player who maybe not in the Premier League at that level. I mean, he's setting a floor.
No, but crispy, you cannot use that as an example because the floor in England is like a sinkhole at Jamaica. it's two different floors, bro.
I agree that the more quality players are available. However, JT, in my opinion, when
come on, bro,
I have seen something that I don't think is right.
JT, you don't think these high school players could play with those England high school players in England, in Jamaica?
No, man.
No,
Premier League.
no. Come on, guys.
Them can't keep up. Them will be able to keep up.
No.
Look at
Ask me, bro. Ask. Don't bother with the cussing in there. Ask me.
Look at the ranking of the youth teams all over the world and see where Jamaica rank. And how they're winning. No.
Okay.
That team, I don't think they could. Come on. Even the junior league, some even league. No.
Okay. All right. After that, though, yeah. But yo, I think we have too many players right now. Who are left back? Cause yo, everybody, I don't know, bro. We have too much players, and we still can't get the job done.
So JT, are you bringing CFAS?
I want to say one thing. Let me say one thing. Let me ask you something.
You should be on the bench.
I want to just say something about England youth, what, school team I'm talking about?
The fisherman?
Yeah, school team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
High school. High school.
Yeah, high school.
The thing is, why me continue, Me just want, sometime, me
Fisherman,
think,
you ever heard about the Elite Cup?
huh?
Have you ever heard about the Elite Cup? I'm not sure they're still doing it. The Elite Cup, where the best team from all over the world compete.
Come in England.
Youth team. No, not just in England. It's all over the world. It's called the Elite Cup.
What were you saying though, bro? You're saying something you think people what?
No,
No,
I'm saying
I
the
think,
Jamaican high
no,
school do it.
because you see, I've been listening about and following England football. England hardly win anything in football, The thing is, sometimes I
Not
think
necessarily
in
England.
England is
Not necessarily
Me
overboard.
England.
like
Not
yo, me like what you said, bro. Cause
world.
Yeah,
me,
man,
I too everybody
overboard.
said no,
I
me not
think
say
people
nothing,
go overboard in England. It's England,
Yo, me
England,
like
England.
what you're saying, bro. I true
In
everybody said no, me not say nothing back, bro. Cause me think
England,
they can run at least keep up, bro. Like
England win. England hardly win anything in football, Whether youth or senior, And we have this roof when we come on to football. Is England, England, England. And when you check
yo,
it
me
out,
watch school football, Me watch school football in Jamaica too, when me can catch it, Me like how them play hard and tough. Them tough. Not for them.
come on, man. And it seems like England, if we don't really check
We're
it
not
out, big
just talking
man.
about
Not
England,
England
It's not
winning
just
in
England.
football. Make we have these praises about England and talking about
No, we're not
England
emphasizing
football,
England.
them
We're
youth
talking about
football
youth
from right
team,
up.
not
When they're not
necessarily
winning
England.
nothing, they're not winning nothing at all. Nothing.
So where are these
I
where are
don't
these
think
players
I
coming from?
don't think we have to be that
Youth level.
extreme that if a team does not win, that a team is not at a high level team. Because for example, Netherlands don't win a lot of cups, but we say that they're a quality team, right?
But me feel Jamaica. Somebody asked, where are these players? Me feel Jamaica only go after the hype players. They don't go after the decent, solid ones. Them one day, them probably have to just choose some job, some regular job. Which, if some other country them probably grow up in a them system, bro. So I just say,
Look here,
bro.
man.
Jamaica go after the hype ballers, them, bro.
The England football just get the hype to have a lot of foreigner going in England and play football, and the league pump up people say is the best league in the world. But if you separate the ball of them, let's separate the ball of them, the overseas baller from the English league. I don't think them would not even in a Europe the England team them would really do anything in Europe. They won't do nothing.
And the players them too. Me hardly see the players them go anywhere else and boss up the team and take out. Like
No England. That's true. No England players. Very few. You
only
see,
Beckham my last player. Me see that do that. Like he never.
Beckham never even go to Real Madrid. Beckham not
Yeah,
really
he
go to
wasn't
Real
even from the
Madrid. He
top.
start
Yeah,
Real Madrid, Beckham
yeah,
go Real Madrid to him.
yeah.
Him have this popularity when he come on to he marry one of the Spice Girl and him go if he just sell jersey. Time
Right
was not
now,
when he
top man like Rashford them at England. Right now, like Rafinha them and them man they are crazy ballers, bro.
look
And
the
Lamal them.
Kane are the only baller right now. Him go a Germany and him step up. Most players when them leave England born player I'm talking about leave England and go play in any league in the world. Them struggle. Them have to come back at England. They struggle. Them have to come back. Them have to come back. Very few of them go and go make them name anywhere. When last an Englishman win one of them Ballon d'Or or one of them title where you see them a give out give out the world football and all of
All
this
right,
thing.
brother, a baller make a statement the other day, like whatever. Him said referees in England don't protect the players them. And that's true, yeah. The England man them love bust on big tackle and just lick you off of the ball and do them thing there. In Spain, them man they have to come take the ball off of your foot, yo, with skills. You understand? Like them can't do some big old tackle on them something there. Like that's the difference, bro. So me not the English man them good. Me rate them
Yeah,
top,
me not really, but it's just when me hear people talk most time, them use English players as the benchmark. People talking about football, them talk about England, and they use that as the benchmark. But when you check it out, England not winning anything. Them player now win no Ballon d'Or. They now win no FIFA, not the year and all of those things. Them youth team not winning nothing. They see a team not winning nothing. For years, I must see this team with Belling and them must see win some youth title. And a decades, gone proper decades, them never do that. 1966, they win one World Cup when people you have man a play when a worker go play football. Man left them ground, left them farm and play football, and then win that. And then can't win nothing else. Nothing else they can't win. They never win Europe. Even Europe keeping a Europe. They never win it yet, you know. They never win it.
Yeah.
So we use this England as benchmark every time we talk about football. England are the benchmark. When they're not winning shit.
So yo, General, which players? We have too many players, bro. So I don't know, like we have too much players and we still can't win nothing. That I said earlier too, bro. As enough good players that we got left back, we can't bring everybody.
Well, anyone them choose all them have to do is go do the job. Simple.
JTSF left Kaim Dixon, man. I said, shit, dog, that's big, yo.
But Fisherman, you know what gonna be funny though is that we all sit here and them must say blame the players, them and the players them not good and whatever. And when Speed any Speed not select them favorite player, you go hear the backlash in get, you know. That's the funny part about it, you know. That's the funny part. He can't come select him 23-man squad when him that life is played them 2 games. Yeah. Him have the fans I want him to bow and still pick the same squad and continue with it because they love it become every concourse. So that's a big the funny thing too, you know.
It's gonna be crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, which one of you guys follow the Jamaican high school or youth soccer for the past 10 years? Up to date.
Me. Not every game, but me look for
okay, so how well is the under 15 team doing? With academy or high school or not high school, but pro football?
I know the stats. I just watch them and see up to date. Just watch. I don't know the stats, bro. Somebody else have to.
That's what I'm saying. So if the under 15 is not doing well on an international scale, under 17, what do we have? We have under 15, under 17, under 21, under 20, under 21, and none of those teams are doing well. So where those players supposed to come up the rank? Where are we gonna get those players outside of the club, or clubs, or high school or whatever? Where are they at? Because those are the players supposed to come up to make it big to our national team. So if we have
maybe they don't have rankings, but me watch some of the high school players, high school ball, and them play good, bro. That's all I said. Them not have no rankings, right, but
what watch ball winning. Because if they pick up a team, just like they pick all Da Costa, all Manning in Jamaica, they're gonna pick the best players.